Plenty of noise in the background. So to fill time, I've decided I would come back on the webcam, which makes the most sense to me. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here bored as all hell talking to you lovely ladies and gentlemen in the Twitch chat when I could be addressing you directly. So here we go. We'll get underway with things. What have we got? What questions have we got? We'll drag some in. While we're waiting for the games to get ready, I've told them to ping me over Discord, which the event admin Relic is aware of that. So we'll be good to go when the games are ready, but we'll talk about some things in the Twitch chat here. Rolds Twitch saying, so how did you get into casting for RFLAN? Well, yeah, I'm not even sure how to pronounce your name. Random Nuzlocke viewer, I'm guessing. He's got it right. I'm in Perth. I don't own a Twitch channel, however. This is Aussie Gaming TV's Twitch channel, which I am their primary Rocket League caster. I am, however, the only Aussie Gaming TV caster based in Perth. So it just so happens that it's luckily a coincidence, I guess you could say, that Rocket League runs here and I'm a Rocket League caster and I'm in Perth. So for those of you that aren't aware of what RFLAN is, how it runs, etc., RFLAN is Red Flag LANfest. They're a massive organisation. This is the 56th RFLAN. I'm not sure when they first started doing it, but it's been going for years and years. They do 4 a year, but I'm not sure if they've had like breaks every now and then, so I can't accurately calculate that. They run it out of Curtin Stadium in Curtin University and their Bentley campus. And as I'm saying this, I'm just glancing over at the Discord. It appears that we are ready to go. No? Hang on. I'm just asking if the game is ready. So, anything else? Oh, it was Bear Noise. I know you, Bear Noise. Skrillex, yes. I'm the Skrillex caster. So yeah, RFLAN, massive event, Curtin University, inside Curtin Stadium and their Bentley campus. And I'm being told that it is 6.3. It is good to go. Lobby ain't live yet. We'll let them know that. And yeah, so I started casting at the last one, 55. I've been going since 54 though. 53. 53 and 54, I came here as the casting manager. In fact, I brought along my little ID badge that we had made up. I was the casting / media manager. I'm not sure if the camera's going to focus on that. That'll do, I'm sure. There's a little AGTV logo with my name. It says media manager, etc. And at that time, we were only casting the League of Legends here. And that's the lovely voices and lovely faces of Shenang and Ben. So yeah, fast car. Our third ditch last week. Shame I couldn't. Are you not here? Are you live at the event, Fast Car? Because if you are, we might be able to sort something out. I'm sure there's a spare chair somewhere. And who knows? I need a co-caster. I'm in the final stages. I've got the loser bracket quarterfinal to go, the semi-final for the loser bracket, the final for the loser bracket, and then the grand final. In theory, I think. Apparently they're creating it now, the lobby that is for the game. So we're gonna try. Oh, it's joining, boys. We've got something. Here we go. So this is Clearly Ambiguous, which is Master Jellybean's team, versus Blokes of Deceit. Alright, sorry, I'm messaging on the Discord at the same time. Oh, you're live at your house, Fast Car. Unfortunate. Absolutely, man. 57 should be in April, I believe, around the same day. It's every 3 months that they run them. And I'm hopefully we'll be able to come back for 57. So absolutely, if you wanna come along, I was gonna get Gibbles to cast, but who knows? Oh God, they've actually gone live with the game and joined without telling me, so we can swap over real quick. It's no problem. Don't even worry about it, guys. We're here. And thank God these two teams know what they're doing. They've joined the right colours. So I can minimise my scoreboard. Assistant. And I can drag. Where is everything? I've got to get things sorted, guys. I apologise for not covering the game right now. But we're live. This is, if I can refresh myself, Clearly Ambiguous taking on Blokes of Deceit. Best of 3, of course. And this is the lower bracket. Round 6 quarterfinal. Should be interesting stuff here. For those of you just joining, I was previously joined by Aquaval, a local player who competes in the Perth Rocket League tournaments, and I believe he's even competed in some of the RLO 2v2s with Master Jellybean, who we're seeing on screen right now. In fact, we'll swap to his perspective. Quite a good play. He's been off a little bit mechanically today, though. So hopefully he's able to get that sorted. We're seeing Alex now clear off his own backboard. Master Jellybean knocks on the post. NRC to clear down the centre. Chili came through for a challenge there, but was unsuccessful in doing so. Master Jellybean turning around on this. Cransy has the bed hit, though, so he will come over top. Probably called that one, which is another thing that Clearly Ambiguous have been suffering from. It's why they were knocked down to the lower bracket so early, is they've been struggling with communication, it seems. Quite often you'll see two players go for the same ball. Master Jellybean, a godlike touch towards that post, will be able to follow it up as NRC got the save but couldn't clear it. And that's a fantastic goal. First going to Master Jellybean here. A great pass over the top from Cransy as well. Here we go. Random Nuzlocke viewer saying that he can't wait to watch the VOD back to see all the terrible things that I said about his playing. Not quite sure. Refresh me on which team you are playing on, because I don't think it's the same name that you have in Twitch. But right now, a fantastic goal. Pretty basic one from Master Jellybean. Half court. A nice shot in the top shelf. High arc over the defender. Great stuff here. And again, ladies and gentlemen, please let me know in chat if anything goes wrong, i.e. buffering / lag with the stream, or if it just doesn't look right. Because right now I've gone into PC Master Race mode and I've buffed it up from 3000 bitrate at 1080p to 3200 at 1080p and increased it from 30 frames per second to 60. And if anything, it's almost made it a little bit worse. But we'll see. If you guys let me know, I will be able to figure something out. And Random Nuzlocke viewer saying that he's the noob getting carried in precision. Oh, no, you did fantastic stuff. So you're OzJad, I think, was the pickup player that Precision got in with Rambo Az and forget his teammate's name, if I'm not mistaken. No, you guys did quite well. It was very interesting to see these guys take out Irish wristwatches, the previous winners under the name Russ Pop and B of RFLAN 55. So I would expect that you guys will see them again in the grand final, if you're still playing, that is. But first, we need to figure out who's going to face Irish wristwatches. And it all comes down to these series of games that we have coming up. Still 2-0, 2 minutes remain, however. We're now seeing Cransy come over the top, throws one in the corner. G Baba, as we were talking about earlier on, it sounds very much like a Western European country's soccer player name. Can't really think of any country, but you get the idea. G Baba just has that ring to it. Sounds like something, one of the names, if you've ever played FIFA, some interesting names in there from all the different international teams. It's a long one over the top from Cransy going wide. Chili won't be able to beat G Baba to that ball. Alex pinches one off the corner. Sideball, Master Jellybean off the backboard. Chili's there, but that leaves things wide open. G Baba couldn't connect. Master Jellybean throwing it out to the side just to be safe for now. NRC got the clear forward. Cransy. It's a field change up. G Baba intercepts and throws one off the backboard of the left side. Goes far post pass, but no one there to knock it in the back of the net. And defense is strong for Clearly Ambiguous at this stage. However, they have not been making too many connections with the ball. They are in good enough positions to be able to defend up against the attack that's coming out of Blokes of Deceit. G-Babar, what a shot on, but an epic save comes out from Cransy and gets one cleared out into the corner. What is considered to be the safest place to place a ball in Rocket League. In defense, of course. Another attempted shot comes down from Alex, but knocked away from Master Jellybean up in the air, it seems. G-Babar tries to wrap around for far post, but again, can't find the angle. A little bit too much. See that shot go wide from Alex and Chili on the far post to try and clear. Master Jellybean gets dunked there, but I believe that was NRC. Somehow a shot on goal, even though it was extremely high. Master Jellybean needs to get the touch out, and he does onto the sidewall here. Master Jellybean again off the sidewall, this time into the orange half. First time the ball's been there for quite some time. An immediate clear back from Alex. Goes wide, and Cransy able to get it cleared out. Gets dunked on. Master Jellybean required to put this one out. And they've hung on for long enough, guys. 2-0 is going to be enough to see them through this game one. They'll knock down Blokes of Deceit a peg. Which, isn't that big of a deal for Blokes of Deceit. They've still got a second chance to try and make something happen for themselves here. So we'll update the scoreboard accordingly. Clearly Ambiguous, and now up one game. Exciting stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Get active in the chat. Throw your questions to me. I'm certainly able to interact with the chat while doing the casting here. It's definitely going to make it more interesting, because when you're solo casting, really there's not much else you can do other than straight analysis or straight play-by-play. So if I've got something else to bounce back and forth between, that'll definitely be appreciated. We'll get readied up and allow this next game to get underway. Alrighty, and I know it's getting late, ladies and gentlemen. It's 10:40 Western Standard Time, which means it's, if my conversion is right, 1:40 a.m. Over in the eastern states right now. So Victoria, New South Wales. That'd mean 1:10 a.m. in South Australia, I believe. And it's currently 12, well, it's just gone up a minute, so 12:41 a.m. in Queensland. But I'll tell you what, if you do have any friends that aren't watching and you think they'd be interested in the final stages of RFLAN's Rocket League tournament, please get them in here. Certainly be appreciated. There we go, Master Jellybean trying to make a play forward. Not too much happening in the early stages of this game, almost a minute in. 45 seconds to be precise. G-Babar makes a nice play downfield, getting this one cleared out. It's a good pass across. NRC's there, but all three of the defenders from Clearly Ambiguous back in time. Alex throwing this one onto the backboard. NRC knocks it in off the pass. Well played to him and Alex there. We'll watch this from Alex's perspective. As you can see, I just got it in time. Pinched it off the sidewall. Bounces down off the backboard. And NRC, you have a beautiful angle from Alex's perspective there. And he sees NRC able to knock that one in the back of the net for him. Dover, my friend. The man at the head of Rocket League Oceania. I did see your message before telling me I was looking sharp. Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. Very late, let's just say that. I'd agree. What's the series count in the final rounds? What do you mean exactly? The series count. If you're talking about how many games are played, it's best of 3 all the way to the grand final, which is best of 5. But if I've misunderstood, please let me know. Good tap out into the corner from Master Jellybean. However, it's not out of danger. Alex, what a flick. It's going to go in. The defense was looking great there from Clearly Ambiguous. They just couldn't get it cleared. And they were looking good to get this one cleared off the back of Chili, I believe it was, that came through. But Alex, what a shot. Oh, yes. So, yes, it's best of 3s. You might be able to see it on the stream. Tiny text above the timer in the center of the screen at the top. Best of 3s all the way through to the grand final, which is reserved as a best of 5. And yeah, the winner bracket is completed, and this is just a lower bracket catching up now. This is round 6, quarterfinal. The next game will be the one semi-final to be played in the loser bracket, and then that moves on to the loser bracket or lower bracket, whichever you prefer to call it. That moves on to their final to decide... No. I might have it wrong. Either way, grand final is not too far away, and it's starting to look like we might be headed to a game 3 with just over half the game remaining, and eventually, clearly ambiguous, fall to the rotations in offense from Blokes of the Seat. And a nice pass comes across from Alex to G Babar, who was able to knock that one in the back of the net with no defense to be met there. Master Jellybean up in the air, trying to knock that one down towards the net. Alex pinch clear off the backboard. NRC's up in the air, and here comes Chili. Can't get any contact on the ball. NRC now in midfield with possession. Cransey comes through, knocks it off the side. Will be Master Jellybean, throws it towards the net. It's a bit high and to the right, unfortunately, and Cransey can't throw that one on target. Too much pressure from Alex. Another pass comes out of the corner from Master Jellybean now, and Cransey trying to center this one up, but we won't see Chili rotate forward too soon. It's not going to matter because the offensive pressure will go past him regardless. You could see Chili wanting to stay back in defense, but what a pass forward from Gabba. Bounces it down, and NRC times that to perfection. What a touch to send it over to the right half of the goal there. Two minutes remain, 4-0. It's safe to say that this is Blokes of Deceit's game unless they just completely crumble and fall apart. Master Jellybean trying his best to carry clearly ambiguous. If we take a look at the scoreboard, there it is. I feel bad for the guy. He's almost directly behind me. 3 rows behind me. In fact, if I turned the webcam on, I would be able to position it so you could see him. He's wearing a white shirt. Fabulous player, and he just came in as a pickup player and jumped in with some, what I believe are challenges and prospects that wanted to just have some fun. And that's what RFLAN is all about. And there we go. I'm being told that a massive host has come through, so that is definitely going to be deserving of a shout out. And holy crap, CXX Flame is hosting AGTV with 238 viewers. Massive shout out to you, my friend. I appreciate it very much. For all of you new viewers just joining us, this is the RFLAN 56 Rocket League final stage we're up to right now. If you're not aware of what RFLAN is, I've already explained it, but I'll have to explain it because there's more than 200 new people in here. It's in Perth, Western Australia. To be specific, they run it out of Curtin Stadium, which is on the Curtin University Bentley campus in Perth. And there's about 700 to 800 people here right now. The Rocket League tournament is not that big. Last time it was massive, but this time there's enough teams. There's definitely enough teams. I believe 22 teams entered in the end. Right now, RFLAN's focus is Overwatch. That's where most of the teams are, that and CSGO. But of course, right now we're just waiting for this game to finish. What a shot from G Babar. Couldn't find the top right corner, but on the top right corner, on the rebound, is able to put it in the back of the net. In fact, this is deserving of watching from his perspective. So close with that inside post. Wait, I'm going to watch this on the stream myself, but I'm certain that that was a Sonics post, and that's the first one I've seen since the supposed fix came through for it. It's going to take a little while for the stream to catch up, it seems, but it'll get there. NRC with a nice save off the back of the kickoff. Here we go. I'm just watching up the stream now. Yeah, that looked like Sonics post to me. That should have bounced in. There we go, G Babar, yet another one. Potential setup for the 7-1. I don't really want to call out the meme because it really should be dead by now. Yeah, Nutters. Thank you for explaining that, my friend. T-Bor, thank you for calling me a champ. T-Bor is the god behind all the graphics at AGTV. So if you like what production quality we have, talk to your man T-Bor and give him your shout-outs and your compliments, etc. So we are going to end this particular game. That's Blokes of Deceit with a surprising turnaround, I must say. If I can bring up my scoreboard assistant, here we go. And that has been updated to reflect the score. Interesting stuff. All right, so we've got some players still waiting to ready up. I'll be able to pay attention a little bit to chat right now. J_OTT, the man that has been watching basically since the beginning of the stream. Massive shout out to you. I appreciate the support. Did you miss a good engine kick? Not really. There hasn't been a clear, convincing engine kick just yet. Yeah, random Nuzlocke viewer saying that the highest people in this tourney are champ. There's some good people here. They're just in teams that don't necessarily work that well for him. Master Jellybean, he's been off a little bit mechanically today, so don't pay too much attention to, even though he's clearly carrying his team, don't pay too much attention that he's just like an average player who's better than rookies. He is off. He's not playing at the highest level that I've seen him play at today, so that's unfortunate. Even if he was playing at that level, I still don't think that that'd be enough after that previous game. That was a spanking from Blokes of Deceit. We're going to jump right into Game 3 of the lower bracket round 6 quarterfinal, ladies and gentlemen. And I really wish that I could show the bracket to you, but unfortunately the way that works, as Master Jellybean cuts me off of what I was saying, we'll spectate this goal first. The kickoff looked like it was going to go the way of Blokes of Deceit here, but Master Jellybean with a great read throws this one over the top of NRC. Had no hope of getting to that one. So a nice goal within the first 6 seconds. Yeah, but as I was saying, the reason that we can't show the bracket on the stream is because it holds the match details that the players use, and the way that they do that is the website is on a particular, the bracket is on a particular port on the website that you can only access if you're connected to the RFLAN network. If I put the bracket link in chat, you guys wouldn't be able to see it. It would say that it's not available. That's because you're not plugged into the RFLAN network. And if I screen shared it, well, that'd be bad news because people could potentially join in these games. And there we go, Master Jellybean finally gets on the back of the ball once I'm done talking. Should see it clear here from NRC. It's a good save. It's a very slow shot on, obviously. Cransy looping around Chili there. Retreats and leaves the ball to Alex. This could be dangerous, but Master Jellybean good enough with the read. Doesn't have to defend the backboard, just lets it come to him and gets a save as it's about to drop down on the goal. There we go. This should be a simple goal from Alex. As it turns out, it did look like it was a pretty close attempt there, but a save. Chile, unfortunately, not able to be there on that first one, and Cransy, as he came through, Alex found just enough of the inside edge of that post, apparently, to send that one to the back of the net. So that ties things up here, just over a minute into the game. We'll see a touch over the top there. Be Alex to come through for an attempted clear. Master Jellybean wrapping around Cransy, caught in reverse, needs to go forwards, gets there just in time as Alex going through with that challenge. G-Bar over the top. Alex can't knock it down into the center for his teammate. But a clear center comes through from G-Bar, and Alex, it was going in anyway, but just to be sure, Alex looks like he's good for the finish there. As we watch this, G-Bar, yeah, that was going to find far post. It was definitely going in, but it's nice to see Alex is in such a position where he can be sure. And, you know, in a tournament like this, where the prize is 3, one for each player, Gigabyte's new, if I can remember it, it's the Z270 Gaming K3 motherboard. So the brand new motherboards that are supporting the Kaby Lake CPUs, Gigabyte have been kind enough to give 4 to the event in total, 3 of which are being used for the Rocket League prizes. And there we go, NRC. His ears must be burning. He's keen to win those motherboards now. Knocks one in the back of the net after a nice pass off the backboard from G-Bar, but unfortunately, Cransy really should have been the one to be clearing that before it touched the backboard. Here we go. As it kicks off, we'll see Alex throw another one downfield. Following up with it nicely, Chili to challenge Master Jellybean. Gets up in the air, challenges NRC. A little bit of a touch, but it's not going to slow down the attack of Blokes of Deceit. Cransy off the sidewall, G-Bar throws one towards net. A good save comes out from Master Jellybean. And NRC throws that one way too much over the top. Rotations in defense are really poor, clearly ambiguous at the moment. You see Master Jellybean running around like a headless chook, trying to be everywhere at once, while Cransy and Chili are just kind of stuck in net, panicking, not too sure what to do. Once they get out of defense, they tend to do well in offense. You see Cransy got a very vital demolition on G-Bar, and unfortunately can't get up through the shot. He's credited with the 2 shots as he smashes it off the post twice. There we go, Master Jellybean tries to go underneath Alex, but a good read from Alex rotates the car to save in time. NRC now with control on the side. Down that left wing for his perspective. Cransy depossesses and throws one over towards Jiba Bar. Quickly trying to put it forward for NRC. Jiba Bar up in the air, whiffs. NRC will pick it up. Knocks it over towards Alex. Shoots top right, a little bit high and wide. NRC can't connect on the rebound. And Cransy trying to interrupt Jiba Bar. Gets a little bit of a touch. Sends over to Master Jellybean in the clearly ambiguous defensive corner. Wraps around Jiba Bar and NRC. Tries to get a dunk on Alex, but as he jumps for it, Alex chooses to go low. Almost squirts underneath Master Jellybean. However, clearly ambiguous have done a good enough job to keep it in offense. Ball being played on this wing now. We'll see Chile almost being depossessed by Alex. Gets another one to knock around the back of NRC. Won't beat Jiba Bar to this ball. Master Jellybean, a nice side roll there. Cransy just trying to interrupt the shot that was coming through from NRC down midfield. And sorry, that's Master Jellybean trying to set up with Chile and Cransy here. So tap out into the center. Chile was trying to read that. Goes for the engine kick, as J_OCC calls it. Shout out to you, my friend. Couldn't connect with it. It's another pop high from NRC. Not extremely high and not into the center where Jiba Bar needed it either. Here's Cransy. Down the field to Alex, slowing things down. Cransy gets the boost still, but an important demo comes out from NRC onto Chile. Master Jellybean tries finding far post, but a bit wide and not much power on it results in this one stalemating out and being cleared by Blokes of Deceit. And with the seconds counting down, and almost another shot on there, Master Jellybean gets a godlike save, but that's it. We're into the last 30 seconds of this game, and unless clearly ambiguous score right now, I don't see them winning this particular series. And with that, NRC is going to find post, but will get the rebound as poor old Cransy didn't get the read on that. If we watch this from his perspective, hopefully he has ball cam on. And Master Jellybean, that's it. He's called GG. They know, or he knows, that they can't win at this stage. And unfortunately for himself, one of the better players in this tournament, he will find himself knocked out by Blokes of Deceit, who have played extremely well since they got knocked down to the lower bracket. And they'll be taking out this series 2-1. And a 0 hero goal. Shout out to Bizar. I would get him over to watch it, of course, but he's casting the CSGO right now. Interestingly enough, my camera decided to do something there that I did not tell it to do. But there, we see it in time with the replay. Nice 0 hero goal to end things off with a nice little bang here for Blokes of Deceit. Alrighty. There we have it. A 5-1 victory for Blokes of Deceit in Game 3. Secures their ticket forward into the bracket. And just taking a look at the bracket right now, ladies and gentlemen, that does mean that they'll be facing up against Pugs for Life, a team that is so far doing better than they did last tournament. I think with one new player, not too sure. So hopefully we'll be able to spectate that game next, and that will decide the winner who goes on to face up against Irish Wristwatch, formerly known as Wasp Pop and B, and they're defending their title. They won the last RFLAN, and they got knocked down. They're having the exact same story as RFLAN 55, but there's time enough to explain that when we reach their match. Right now, we're going to cut to a short break, and we'll be right back with the next matchup. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back just in the nick of time. I'm just confirming I've got everything set up right, and indeed I do. Our next matchup is Pugs for Life taking on Blokes of Deceit in the RFLAN Rocket League tournament lower bracket round 7, and this is the equivalent of their semi-final. This decides who goes on to face up against Irish Wristwatch, the defending champions, in the lower bracket final, and that matchup will decide who goes on to the grand final. My name is Rankies, and things are starting to heat up here at RFLAN. Those of you who are not aware of who I am, I'm a caster, a Rocket League caster to be precise, for Aussie Gaming TV, based in Perth, Western Australia. And RFLAN have been kind enough to let me return for the 4th RFLAN in a row. And this will be my 2nd time casting here, of course. Always great stuff with the Rocket League. So far, a lot of back and forth for the first minute, and it'll take a while for these two teams to sort of feel each other out. NRC, an unfortunate own goal here. You can see what he was trying to do if we watch from his perspective, in fact. Grab that pleb pad, as I like to call him, off the sidewall there from the Village Psycho. Got bumped out of the way, it seems, by Alex, and he tried clearing past the top right corner, but in fact didn't really get enough underneath the ball and to the left side of it. Ended up putting it in the back of his own net, which is always unfortunate. The kick-off there between Jebabar and Killer Aussie Mate be pushed forward by NRC. A temporary server lag, it seems, which that'll be the 2nd time for tonight. This afternoon and tonight, in fact, so it's not too bad. It's been pretty smooth sailing here. There we go. Played off the sidewall by Killer Aussie Mate. Rin comes forward, wraps one around. NRC gets a clear. It's not really out of the danger zone, but Alex puts it into the corner. Village Psycho trying to re-center, but won't be able to get much on the ball. Rin, a powerful touch, sends this one for a field change up over to the left wing. Do see Killer Aussie Mate trying to rotate in, but NRC too quick to the ball for him. Jebabar off the corner. NRC gets blocked out by Killer Aussie Mate, and a clear comes out from said person. Jebabar again playing it onto the sidewall. Village Psycho clearing this one. Picked up that boost. Might go for a boost grab in the corner. I think Jebabar ended up grabbing it before him. Almost a wrap around for the shot there between Village Psycho and Killer Aussie Mate, but we'll see it cleared now by NRC. Powerful touch, sends it onto the backboard. No follow-up just yet from the Blokes of Deceit. Quite the story they've had. Killer Aussie Mate, easy goal for him. If we watch from his perspective, you'll see what I mean. A good touch there, in fact. Sends it onto the backboard. The poor clear attempts come out from Alex, and I believe it was Jebabar, and Killer Aussie Mate easy enough to put that one in the back of the net. So if we get things changed around here. All right, we're good to go. Halfway into this game. Pugs for Life looking hot to win it. Remember, this is just game 1 of a best of 3, though. And Rin trying to clear that one out. Alex picks it up. Keeps it in the half an hour. Good save out from Killer Aussie Mate off the back of Alex's shot. You see an attempted clear forward from Killer Aussie Mate. Jebabar got the touch. He's kept it in the half. On the wrong side of the field now, however. NRC comes through for a pass on the centre. Will be cleared by Village Psycho. Pretty far over the top. It's going to find the corner. Killer Aussie Mate's there to try and follow it up, but a poor read out of the corner means Jebabar is open to clear this one. Village Psycho trying to wrap around on it. Rin is there to support. Jebabar does a good enough job to keep it in the half for now, but NRC has had to give up and concede pressure to Killer Aussie Mate. However, a complete whiff means Alex can come through. No follow-up from Blokes of Deceit, so Rin gets another chance at passing it into the centre, but puts way too much sauce on that one. We now see the Village Psycho with a shot on an accidental own goal from NRC. Thought it might have been going in off the post. Tried to cover it if we watch from his perspective. There we go. Village Psycho finds the post. An unfortunate touch from NRC to put it in. Minute 31 on the clock, 3-0 up for Pugs for Life. Kickoff stalemates. It's going to be NRC to pick it up, putting it in his own half. Perhaps a back pass play. Alex, it worked out for him. We couldn't see the follow-up from NRC off the back of the centre, or the re-centre I should call it, from Alex. Alex picking up that corner boost has not left himself enough time to get it cleared. Killer Aussie mate with a field change up in the opposite corner now. And Village Psycho trying to wrap around for a pass. This is going to float down beautifully for Rin if he can get there. Tries to read the attempted clear that came out from, I believe, was Jiba Bar. Could have been NRC. But good enough to get it cleared. The shot on from Jiba Bar. Not going to be able to find it past Killer Aussie mate there. Does get the save. Once again, another field change up. Rin, a nice touch. Headed towards the backboard. It'll be Alex to get the clear. Rin again off the backboard. Almost finds Killer Aussie mate, but Jiba Bar and Nice Reed will get that one cleared out in time. We're starting to settle into that constant back and forth between these two teams, but it's not going to matter. 30 seconds now, counting down. 3-0 is still the score in favour of Pugs for Life. And it's not impossible, but it's improbable that Blokes of Deceit can bring this one back into their favour. Just caught up in this corner now, but finally Pugs for Life managed to get it cleared out. I'll tell you what, watching the way that Village Psycho plays, he'll be very pleased with that own goal, I'm sure. But watching the way he's playing, he's made a lot of improvements since RFLAN 55. He was what I would consider a rookie casual player. And now he's actually in there making plays with the team. He's wised up and using the Dominus. I can't remember what car he's using last tournament, but the Dominus is definitely a very effective car in competitive Rocket League. And with the seconds counting down, it's now going to be 4-0 victory here for Pugs for Life, lest we see a zero hero goal, as Bizer calls them. There we go. And Nutters in the Twitch chat saying that he can jump in and talk with me a bit as well. Sure, if you get yourself into the Aussie Gaming TV Twitch, not Twitch, TeamSpeak server, my apologies, I'll be able to jump in. All right, here we are. We're just waiting for if my... that's a problem. Right, yeah, well, we'll get readied up in the game and sort this out later if we have to. For some reason, my TeamSpeak is not picking up my voice. And before I forget, I will update that Pugs for Life are up a game in the series. And there we go. I'm sure Nutters is still listening to the stream, so he's aware that I'm having issues that I'm currently trying to fix. There we go. See if that's working. Nope, it appears not. We will try some more kajiggering here. That should be fixed. Nutters, my friend, can you hear me?
I can most definitely hear you, my good friend Rinkies. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And a massive shout out to Aaron, player for Team Legacy. He's resubbed for 5 months in a row. Thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah, huge shout out to Aaron. I'll be looking to get those lobby details off you in just a moment.
Yep, I'll get them sent through to you, and that won't take too long. We'll just do it in the channel chat here. There we go. And the password coming in now, Nutters. If that's wrong, let me know. It should be right. And hopefully there's room for you. There should be room. The Pugs for Life have got the first goal in this game. Jiba Bar looking to clear that one forward. Apparently my buddy is very quiet. Well, we'll get that fixed right now. All right, how are we going, Nutters? Have you managed to find your way into the game?
I have found my way into the game, and it's looking pretty good. Obviously, 1-0 up here at the moment, and I suppose you're obviously there. How's it all going, I suppose?
It's going absolutely fantastic. If I look over my shoulder, there is still plenty of people here.
Plenty of people at 11 p.m. at night, I do believe it is over in Perth.
Yes, 11:12 p.m.
Absolutely.
And it looks like not many people at all have left. I don't see a single workstation unattended right now, in fact, or at least, oh no, it appears that one team has left. So that's it. There's still somewhere between 700 and 800 people here.
That is amazing, and I'd like to do a huge shout out to Mr. Dover888 in chat, so resubscribing for 6 months in a row himself. Yep. Dover is obviously the head of RLO, one of our biggest tournament organisers in the region for Rocket League Oceania, and a shot coming in from Killer Aussie Mate ends up going in. It brings Pugs for life 2-0 up.
Absolutely, and this is great stuff from Killer Aussie Mate. Just a little touch on the top post there, but in the end, it was definitely going to go in on its own. Jiba Bar helped it in on its way before far post, but eventually that would have dropped in on its own. So as you said, 2-0, and it's looking pretty good. And yeah, we've got a LANer that's here watching the event live, saying that still like 90% plus of the people still at the event. So confirmation on that as well.
Double shot coming in there, just not going in. Rin and I believe Killer Aussie not able to finish that one up. Quite unlucky there. But they do obviously have this 2-0 lead, 2.5 minutes left to go. Rin actually going to try to get that into the middle, but Alex does manage to get the clear out. Village Psycho coming through, gets that over. Aussie Mate gets the touch on it, and Village Psycho gets a lovely little finish. Takes that lead out to 3-0. And obviously they win this game. I do believe they head on through.
Absolutely, yeah. If they take this out, they will go through to face up against the defending champions in the lower bracket final, which is Irish Wristwatch. I challenge you to say that fast.
I will most likely give that a go shortly. I'll consume a lot of alcohol and we'll give it even more of a go. But Irish Wristwatch, yeah, there we go. Perfectly done. Irish Wristwatch. I do believe I've actually heard of them before.
They were formerly known as Wasp Pop and B. They're a local Perth team. I doubt you've heard of them. Unless they're stealing a name.
It may be something where I've just heard of them. I don't know. Nova mentioned them in chat earlier, something about Melbourne, so that might be, I don't know, maybe somewhere I've heard of him, but that shot coming in doesn't really trouble them too much, but it will go in the end. G-Barber actually able to finish that pass there from NRC, and that does give them a goal back with 1:40 left on the clock here.
Absolutely, their Blokes of Deceit will be extremely happy with that one. As you said, it kind of gives them a chance here. Minute 40 is not unreasonable for them to be scoring 2 goals up against Pugs for Life. However, Pugs for Life are coming into this with an advantage. Nice touch off the sidewall there from Jiba Bar as we see it cleared further from NRC. Looking to wrap around. We see Killer Aussie Mate get a touch. Trying to send that one out. Jiba Bar throws it across for NRC. Won't be able to get on the back of it in time. Village Psycho will clear that one further. Killer Aussie Mate out of the half, but instantly returned in by Alex with a shot on. Rin gets a nice save off the sidewall now from Jiba Bar. And Village Psycho again working these clears down the field, Nutters.
Nicely getting this clear down. It does keep Pugs for Life obviously in the advantage with a bit of supremacy there. Killer Aussie just trying to play around with it. Needs to waste as much time as they can with obviously a 2-goal lead. It's big in a sense, but it's also not enough to really stop in a minute. So does try and manage to get this ball into the middle, and coming through does put the ball just over the crossbar. Quite unlucky there from Killer Aussie Mate. Rin does knock it against the backboard. Village Psycho comes through, gets a lovely finish, extends that lead out to 3 goals yet again. And with 41 seconds left on the clock, Blokes of Deceit not looking the favourites at the moment.
No, not at all. 41 seconds left. It's definitely looking pretty good for Pugs for Life here. This game will see them through to the the loser bracket final.
We'll see them through to that loser bracket final, and as you said, up against Irish Wristwatch in that. Rin does manage to extend it out to a 5-1 lead, which you'd have to say is insurmountable at the moment for Blokes of Deceit, but takes a good couple of touches here. NRC just goes a bit too far around on the outside, and that is quite a nice shot coming through. Got to be difficult for them to do too much more.
Absolutely, you would have to imagine so. NRC throwing one towards the backboard, and look, I mean, it's. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's highly improbable at this stage for Blokes of Deceit to be able to bring this one back.
Oh, we could bring some absolute magic into this game, but it doesn't look like that'll be happening.
It's now reaching the impossible stage.
Impossible from about here, specifically, I'd say. I know you can score a goal in about 1 second, so...
Yeah, 1 to 2 seconds for a kickoff goal, and that's if the opponents just don't drive. But that didn't happen, so we do see the Village Psychos walk away with a well-deserved win here. Pugs for life. Village Psychos team, I believe. I think he's the captain. I could be wrong.
We do see... Yep, we see that coming out, and we do actually have Jacob Rocket League in the chat. Jacob from NRG is in the chat, just getting an idea of what's happening, and questioning any known OS teams show up. I don't believe there isn't, I suppose, what we consider professional teams showing up to this event, as it is a LAN in, I suppose, the more remote districts of Australia.
Pretty much. Perth is more well known as the middle of nowhere for Australia. It's the western state. It's the biggest state, yet it has the least amount of crap happening in it. So, RFLAN, it's for the gamer. It's not really for esports, but RFLAN enjoy casters coming along and casting what they can, of course, and we love doing it. It's great to be able to grow the local gaming community here for such a large event. 700 to 800 people show up every 3 months they run this. Every 3 months.
That's absolutely outstanding. To actually get that many people showing up, well, to come and, well, it's obviously not just Rocket League, but just to come and play games together is obviously quite an amazing feat in itself. So
absolutely.
That's good to know. And we've got the question going out, is the LAN still going? Yes.
Yep.
It is still going.
I've swapped over to the webcam nutters, so unfortunately we can't get you in here. We're not set up for that. But if I
That's not a problem.
If I turn over here, so you can all glance over my shoulder, that is less than half of the LAN. Just let that process for a while. If I pick up the webcam, in fact, I should have enough cable length to reach some amount. So it's there, or pardon my head, all the way over to like down that end. It's absolutely insane here. It's packed full. One team, as far as I'm aware, has left. I'm not sure what particular game they were competing in. But there you go, Jacob. That was mostly for you because I believe that you're one of the people that are least likely to have seen RFLAN before. It's run, for those of you that aren't aware, it's run out of Curtin Stadium at the Bentley campus for Curtin University in Perth, Western Australia. And it's fibre here. Notice you wouldn't believe the internet. 10 gigabits per second download and upload speed. We are plugged directly into the AARnet backbone, which supplies the internet throughout the state for the entire health and education department of the government.
So what you're suggesting is that we could actually mess with people and upload to Twitch at something like a gigabit per second, and
if I wanted to get the Aussie Gaming TV Twitch account permanently banned, I can do that right now.
That would be an amazing feat. I know Judge had a bit to drink tonight, so I don't think he'd really want us doing that at the moment.
No.
I have to ask though, obviously we all know how bad Oceania is at organising our games to be played and be casted. How well does it go at the LAN?
It's worse than online. Online is easy because you have a dedicated tournament organiser, right? The casters are generally in communication with, or at least here at AGTV, that's what we like to do, right, Nutters?
Yep, I think we do sometimes.
But here, there's no direct communication between myself and the event admin unless I speak to them in the Rocket League text channel of the RFLAN Discord. So there is some amount of communication. The problem is the players don't communicate with the admin very well. So he can't communicate too much to me. So I've just updated the scoreboard assistant to reflect what we'll be moving into. So it'll be the lower bracket final coming up.
I do believe we actually have Sirix in chat requesting that you take your suit off as well. He says it's too hot for, surely it's too hot for a suit. So I believe what we're looking for is a naked Rankies.
Just for Sirix, or Cyrix as I like to call him, I'll at least take the jacket off.
That is absolutely outstanding.
And there we go. And you'll have to keep them
just
entertained, Nutters, as I hang this up on my chair. So just talk some stuff.
I can probably talk some stuff. So obviously, I've actually been able to confirm this. So at Aussie Gaming TV later on, today for me, it will be tomorrow for some of you. For those of you in the eastern states, it is obviously today. We do have ESL, which I do believe we have starting at 12 p.m. ADT. And I believe you'll be joined by Judge and Dinosaurs
most likely.
for that. most likely,
Yep.
followed by the lovely Mr. Dover's tournament, who is running RLO Triple X. Triple X is pretty good, so I do believe I've heard of a couple of plans for tomorrow, and I do believe myself and Dinosaurs will be casting on that. Also, a huge shout out to Mr. Brainstorm, who actually had his first stint, one of the first, I suppose, casters from our CSGO division to actually work with ESL on the Zen League qualifiers. So a huge shout out to him as well. But for right now, you're joined by myself and the OS Community Caster of the Year 2016, Mr. Rankis.
Yes, I've been getting a ton of people say that to me recently. I've actually even had some people who don't even really follow the Rocket League community that much come up to me and say, hey, didn't you win Caster of the Year or whatever it was? And I was like, yes, I did. Thank you very much for noticing. So it's great to see that people are recognizing that I'm dedicating my time here. And at the end of the day, all we really care about is recognition for what we're doing for the community, right, Nutters?
Most definitely. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of what we do here at Aussie Gaming TV is just to try and get the community, just get it growing, get it bigger, get more people in, and just try and make it is mainly Rocket League that we're trying to do. We do try and make Rocket League come off as best we can, and, you know, that's what we've got Judge and T-Ball for. That's what we're all here for, and we just want to make this community great.
Absolutely. So I'm just giving you the new name, Nutters. It'll be the same password, but that is
Awesome.
the new name for you to be able to join the game. They're 30 seconds in already, but it's just been constant back and forth. Once again, poor communication from the players to the admin to myself means that I jumped in the game, but they started instantly.
That's not a problem. As you say, 30 seconds in, I can jump in here. That's pretty easy. As you say, no goals, 40 seconds in now, and still not too much happening. So you say Irish wristwatch, Zab, CG Pro, and Sick. I've seen those guys in chat just a moment ago.
Yep.
And I can see how they've made it this far. I do play against, I think I've played against a couple of these guys, just playing some casual games recently as well. So that's good to see. And it will be a challenge off the roof. Not going too far. Does actually get knocked up the pitch. Not much actually coming of it. Village Psycho able to keep it back in the offensive half. Gets a shot off. No! Just comes through. Killer Aussie not able to get the shot on. Nice touch there from Rin to actually stop that one. Going too much further into their half as CG Pro does try and get this into the middle.
Absolutely. It's blocked out, however, and cleared by Village Psycho out of the corner. And I just got to say, Nutters, I want to give a massive shout out to you. It's great to actually have someone here. No offense to any other casters that I've had, but it's great to have someone that has got a ton of experience and can carry me in my casting now while I focus more on production.
I know exactly how you feel right now. Quite often those sort of 9 and 12 hour shifts doing CSGO, the production starts to kill you, the talking kills you as well. But honestly, casting Rocket League for 6-7 hours straight is absolutely mental at the same time. So
I love it though. I love it.
Exactly. I mean, we all do this for the love of it, and it's absolutely amazing to do. But for right now, the score's still locked at 0-0. We are 2 minutes into the game. Quite nice. Zab does actually bip and blow up Killer Aussie, mate, and that leads to a shot. Village Psycho hovers there for about 3 seconds and just manages to get that save. Clears it out, probably just as he was about to run out of boost. Killer Aussie, mate, trying to take this one towards the wall. Gets a pop up. Nobody actually coming through. Rin will challenge this with Sick, and it does go down into the bottom right corner. Not going to go too far. 2 players trying to challenge that, but Killer Aussie, mate, does get up and clear that one out. CG Pro able to just come out, not able to challenge the Village Psycho for that ball. With over half the game remaining, we're still yet to see a goal.
Exactly right, Nutters. It's interesting. I was expecting one of these guys to score something, but not quite yet. However, Zab off the backboard, looking promising for CG Pro now. Interesting. So close with the attempts there, but after the initial shot was just a little bit wide, Killer Aussie, mate, was able to get back and save that one in time. So you may not be aware, Nutters, CG Pro is CG though, THO. But he's decided he's pro now, so CG Pro it is.
Which is fair enough. I mean, I've always claimed to be a former pro player, as I played one time for a good team, which, as a matter of fact, I still sometimes play for. So we're not that good, but, you know, when you're at this sort of level and you've made it through to the losers bracket final, maybe you can consider yourself a pro. It's not the worst place to be in. But we do see a couple shots coming through. Zab not able to get too much out of that. But it looks like I'm actually going to try and chase this one. Killer Aussie coming through, not able to really put the shot on goal there, but Rin will come through. Puts it up onto the ceiling. It does actually bounce quite nicely, but nobody there to finish that off. CG Pro coming through, managing to actually take this one up the wall. He's going to try and drag this one down. Gets double touch, but doesn't get too much further. Aussie, mate, gets the clear out. Now it's the chase on from Village Psycho, and no! Killer Aussie Mate gets the goal because I believe Sick accidentally puts that one in.
Yeah, we'll take a look at his perspective now. I believe you're right. You can see what he was trying to do. Just should have been over to the left about another car length and then tried to flick it off the post. Perhaps there would have been pressure from behind him anyway. And I'm just taking a look at chat as well, Nutters, and it seems like Jacob, although he's put the Kappa face, is trying to figure out how he could get over here to compete in the State of Origin. And I now want to urge Dover to make up some sort of wildcard entry and allow NRG to compete, because that would just be really entertaining to see. Hopefully some of the top players in OCE go up against some of the top players of NA.
I think all they'd have to do is actually land in Northern Territories. That's the only state that doesn't actually have a state team. And if they were the 3 players to actually come and play, I believe they could play for the Northern Territories. Dover, I expect you to get onto that right now.
Yeah.
In saying that, Zab actually gets us a goal back here. Sorry, a second goal for Irish Wristwatch, as it does give them the lead back up to 2-1. I said that with a bit of grace, I suppose.
Irish Wristwatch. I've gotten quite good at it.
You've had to say it more times than I have.
Oh, a lot more times.
Probably quite a lucky one. Multiple, yes. And Zab is going to try and take this one down, try and extend this lead. And with about 45 seconds left on the clock, they need to hold this as best they can, if not extend it. Rin trying to force this one. Killer Aussie Mate comes through, just doesn't get there in time. The ball does go through to the center. So quite good plays coming out from both teams here. And it's actually great to see. And in saying that, I do believe I heard, I did hear about a team that was planning on coming, but due to some work didn't manage to. But Rin, with a lovely pull shot here after tapping it, gets this equalizer with 26 seconds left.
Yeah, I'll be very happy with that. I think, again, that came off sick HTN, so it's unfortunate. It's twice now for him. So I won't be happy with that. But it's still game 1. There's still 25 seconds left. It's tied up, so it's not that big of a deal. Irish Wristwatch will be... They'll be looking good to take out the first game, in my opinion, even if it isn't in overtime. However, Punks for Life are coming into this really warm, and this is what we discussed. I actually had, excuse me, I did a whole team interview. I got all 3 of the guys from Irish Wristwatch up here because I'm familiar with them from last LAN, and that knocks it down on the ground for overtime. And I did a kind of a player interview on, to update everyone that they were basically following the exact same track they did last LAN. And the one battle they had in the last LAN was they counted this kind of matchup for them as the grand final, because they came in cold compared to Pugs for Life in this case, who are coming in warm. If Irish Wristwatch win this game, they will go into the grand final warm up against the team that put them in the lower bracket in the first place in the grand final, and they'll be cold. And that's exactly how they won the last LAN as well. So it's kind of like history repeating itself here. So it's hard not to be caster biased, but it's I don't know. I've got to give it to Irish Wristwatch. They've kind of stolen my heart, Nutters.
That is fair enough. It's kind of like the some of the dark-sided boys that I've been doing for CSGO recently have kind of stolen my heart a bit away, as it was great watching them. And CG does get that shot off, doesn't manage to put it in, however. But I do believe one of the lineups I actually heard that was hoping to come to the LAN was Daze, Lunchpacker, and Seeker. So I'm actually kind of glad that they haven't.
They'd crush it.
This looks like they would. And this looks like a much more even playing field, just from the few games I've actually been able to just sit and watch.
And I can tell you right now, Nutters, the prize is... I can't think of the exact cost. I would imagine around 200-ish each, maybe 150. The prize is each player walks away, and this is a massive shout-out to Gigabyte. They've given up 3 Z270 gaming K3 motherboards, the new ones that support the KB Lake processors. 4 of them were given to RFLAN for prizes, 3 of which are being dedicated to whichever team wins the grand final of RFLAN. So again, a massive shout out to Gigabyte, PLE Computers, Corsair. They've all done a fantastic job here. It's great to see. Corsair gave away half a complete system. There was a case, a power supply, some RAM, etc. It was great stuff overall.
Odd that you say that, as I actually have an advert for the Z270 on my computer. As I've been doing a lot of stuff for Cybergamer recently, who also happen to have Gigabyte helping them out on that side. So the Z270 looks like an amazing motherboard, and I'm sure that is quite a bit of value definitely going their way. So a huge shout out to all the sponsors for the tournaments. It's absolutely amazing. This overtime has managed to go for 2 minutes and 20 seconds already. This is absolutely amazing, and I have no idea how they've managed to keep this going for so long. It's such a tight match.
Absolutely, 2.5 minutes deep into overtime. It's really been constant back and forth, which is a good thing. Oh, CG Pro, I was just about to say it's a good thing because it's giving us time to do all the shout-outs, etc. But CG Pro ends it just as quickly as I was saying that. 2 minutes 37 seconds in, and it breaks the deadlock. Irish Wristwatch will walk away with the Game 1 win, which is great stuff for them. And I do need to follow up with one more shout-out first, Nutters, before we move on. The shout-out that I was given to PLE Computers is they were kind enough to provide Battle Ball gaming chairs to all of the casters who needed one. I personally brought my own chair, I didn't need one, but any caster that needed one, they provided them with Battle Ball racing chairs, and they're very similar in design to the DX Racers. And again, if you're interested, PLE Computers also sell the DX Racers. So if you want to compare the two, just go to ple.com.au and you'll get an idea of what they look like. But they're very comfortable to sit in. So massive shout out to PLE and Battle Ball, of course.
Most definitely. And actually, in saying that, I do believe, as you said, the Gigabyte, obviously giving these motherboards up, that is a good $200 worth of value, which, to be honest, when you've...
So,
exactly,
they dedicated...
for the winners.
Yeah, they dedicated, what, about 800, maybe a bit more, with the 4 motherboards, but it's a total of like almost 600 or roughly 600 for the winners of Rocket League. I don't know what they're doing with the 4th one. I think that might be, I think they might have been doing like a random, like anyone can enter a sort of like a draw giveaway and win it for free. But who knows?
Fair enough, that's not bad. And Sick actually coming straight out here with a shot. Village Psycho gets a nice save, almost a shot there out from Rin. Almost able to get that one in and almost give them a quick lead there for Pokes for Life. But Irish Wristwatch able to actually get this one out. CG Pro does manage to knock that one in. Sick has to get that challenge in just to clear this out. Does get a second challenge. That's quite a nice clear. CG Pro coming through, actually getting the demo onto Aussie Mate, but ball coming straight back at them. Luckily enough, just getting enough of a touch on this. Zab will try and clear this one out. Haven't seen too much of him, to be completely honest with you, but still holding that team together quite nicely. So great to see. CG coming through, though, will be popping this one over the top, and luckily Village Psycho gets in there, picks up another save. That's a couple early, and that shot gets redirected in by accident, but Village Psycho picks up the first goal for Pugs for Life.
Who was it? Was this Sick HTN again? No. CG, though? Or CG Pro?
Both of them. It was Sick to CG. There we go. A great
And again, I managed to catch his perspective within time. You could kind of see what he was trying to do. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out for him. He just couldn't get the angle in time, Nutters.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And actually going out in chat, Zack Attack asking, what rank do you think the best team is playing at right now at the LAN? So, essentially, what sort of level would you sort of put, I suppose, these guys, if not those who made it through to the grand final already, what sort of rank would you put them around?
Well, Irish Wristwatch and the name is escaping me now. Let me update
Pugs
real
for Life?
quick. No, Precision.
Or is it...
So you're aware of Precision? It's the same Precision team.
I do believe so.
But it's not the same. It's not their main roster. It's Rambo Az, who is a Perth player. I believe he might be a sub or like a. He's not on their core roster. And he's playing with someone else who was apparently being picked up by Precision, and there were the only 2 of them here locally, and they picked up a pickup game player. So the way RFLAN works is if you don't have a team, you can mark yourself down as you want to play Rocket League, and any team that needs a player, they can pick you from a pool of players that you get placed in. They ended up picking Oz Jad up, so he's here playing with them live, and they're currently waiting for the winner of this match to decide who they'll be facing up against in the grand final. And I would put Precision, this Precision squad, and Irish Wristwatch at very similar level. In terms of like competitively,
from what I'm seeing, I'd probably say you're looking around about, I'd probably say maybe a superstar-ish level.
Yeah.
If not maybe certain players possibly extending up into that champ, maybe sort of the lower medium champion level from what I'm seeing at the moment. But you know, we do see a shot, however, coming in from Rin with a nice little assist there coming out for Village Psycho, giving them a 2-0 lead. We're basically halfway through this game, but from what I've seen, the amount of sort of Rocket League I watch in Oceania, I'd say that they're probably a superstar level.
Do apologise for the glitch out that happened there. I think RFLAN is having a little bit of a glitch, but it seems to it's ironed itself out immediately. So unless bad things are happening between my connection with you, Nutters, I think we're all good.
Nothing too bad with me. I didn't even hear a bit of lag or anything, so I think we're good on that side. Not too sure what may happen. I did see a little bit of something on the stream. Can't really complain. It's, it's not everything can go absolutely amazingly when you've got so much going on. But Zab, trying to do the air drag down, just gets challenged in time by Village Psycho, who manages to get a nice little save. Picks up his own savior badge there, gets the wings, as we used to call them. And Killer Aussie trying to bring it across, trying to get that back into the middle, and possibly just playing a little bit more defensive now, Pugs for Life, as they do have this 2-0 lead. Shot coming through, but not going in, and then there we go. Rin comes through, gets another goal off of another assist there, I believe, from Village Psycho. So lovely little plays coming out between these two and giving them that 3-0 lead with minute 45 to play. Quite nice, and they do need to obviously take this one just to get through to the grand final, or to have a chance at going through to the grand final, sorry.
Absolutely, and I'm going to give another shout out to Village Psycho. He played at the previous LAN under the team name Pugs for Life. I can't remember if he was playing with Rin or Killer Aussie, mate. I don't remember what his teammates were. We are going to see Zab pick up a nice goal here, but as I was saying about Village Psycho, you would not believe how much he has improved since the last LAN. It's chalk and cheese, as the English would say.
In saying that, though, I mean, I've noticed even just, I suppose, myself as a player, I hear about these LANs, I'm like, oh yeah, I imagine if I was there, I'd be, oh yeah, I'd be beating these guys, or I'd be doing this. But when I actually look back at it, I feel like a lovely shot coming through from CG Pro to actually get them back into this game with just a goal deficit now. But, sorry, as I was saying, though, I've sort of noticed that even just between a couple of LANs, I sort of look and I go, wow, I had 300 hours when the last LAN was announced. I've got 1,000 hours now. Yeah. And I look at that and I go, well, if I've improved, obviously everyone else has got that chance to improve. Everyone else can improve. And at this sort of event, you really do see who's gone where in sort of what, I suppose, the same sort of time frame.
Absolutely.
So obviously, you saw him at the last LAN. Maybe he wasn't playing as amazing. He's through to the losers bracket final out of, I believe he said, about 22, 23 teams.
Yep, right, which is somewhere around 22 to 24, I believe.
Awesome. And, maybe consider that he didn't finish as well off at the first LAN. Well, now he is. Here he is. He's back, and they're looking at going through to the grand final. It's just outstanding to see the development that's actually coming through in OS. As I say that, Rin picks himself up the hat-trick and heads on through and does actually get them a lot closer to winning this game with 46 seconds left on the clock.
It's definitely going to make it more difficult for Irish Wristwatch. 46 seconds, it's extremely possible to score 2 goals in that amount of time, and I know these players are capable of it. Those 2 goals that they got, it seemed like it amped them up a lot. However, this goal from Pugs for Life could dent them a little bit. Again, a lot of people in here might not be aware, but I did do a team interview with them earlier on when they got knocked into the lower bracket after the winter bracket match that they were in up against Precision, and just ran through things with them, and they were explaining the issues that they were having. Zab scoring a fantastic goal here, and an issue they have is they kind of get not quite tilted, but they kind of start feeling a little bit off in some games, and they find it difficult to get back into the game. They'll be whiffing everything at one point, and then straight away they'll be back on 100% mechanically, shooting all the balls towards the net, etc. Whether it goes in or not, it's a different story. It depends on the defense of the opposite team. But so they're having difficulty with consistency, they said. But when they do play consistent, and they were throughout most of the winner bracket, it really gets reflected by their performance in the game. And it's great to see that they're combating that. They understand what the problem is. They're combating it, and unfortunately for themselves, we'll see Pugs for Life take out this game. That's great news for Pugs for Life, obviously.
Not the best news for Irish Wristwatch, I suppose. They probably wanted to just 2-0 this and go straight into this grand final. But
absolutely,
just got to build on from here. But I mean, as you're saying, sort of not specifically a tilt factor, but even when I'm playing certain games, maybe I end up 6-0 down or something, and I think you almost give up and you think, well, maybe I should just start thinking into this next game that's about to happen. In saying that, though, you start thinking about that next game, and then all of a sudden your team's somehow gotten 4 fluky goals back, and you're thinking, well, actually this game's closer, but your mind's already in the wrong place. So that's a mental game is probably one of the bigger things for a lot of Oceanic teams. But otherwise, it's anything's doable.
Absolutely, and I've just invited you to a party nutters. That way, we'll be able to jump straight into the next game without having to feed through details. It should make it a lot smoother.
Most definitely.
Back into the game. This is for all the beans. This decides who goes through to the grand final, and I can tell you what, Irish Wristwatch are hungry for this. I know they are. They were at the last LAN. They're in the exact same situation. They are trying to repeat history right now, almost identical, if not pretty much exactly identical, other than the team names. So it's definitely going to be interesting. If Pugs for Life win this game, they ruin the hopes and dreams of Irish Wristwatch, and they'll be able to set a new history for the RFLAN Rocket League tournament here at number 56.
Well, I mean, I've never really heard of a piece of clothing winning a tournament, I don't believe. So, I've heard of Legacies winning tournaments. I've heard of the Abyss winning a tournament, but I've never heard of a wristwatch winning a tournament. So,
yeah.
I suppose we're going to see something pretty amazing here if they're able to pull that out. If they're able to bring that out. But also a Pug team. I'm assuming it must be basically a Pug team with a name like Pugs for Life.
No. It's the Village Psycho and I think Rin played in the last one. I'm not too sure about Killer Aussie, mate, but again, it could be name changes. There was 4 or 5 teams that had something to do with Pugs at the last RFLAN, and Pugs for Life out of all of them definitely did the best. So it's great to see at least one of the Pugs teams coming back. And what it is I don't think it's a pick-up games things. I think it's Pugs is in the actual dogs.
Well, oh, that's pretty cute, actually. I quite like that. I like that idea. That's pretty amazing. So, obviously good to see both of these teams go through, but CG Pro coming through off the little touch against the wall from Zab.
This is what I mean, Nutters. Look at the great start that Irish Wristwatch have had to this game. They're already 2 up. One from Zab and one from CG Pro. And of course, both goals assisted as well. Zab assisting that one on CG Pro and Sick HGN getting the assist on Zab's particular goal. And immediately it feels like they've kind of they've hyped each other up. They've said, come on boys, let's get in this. Almost a sick one coming out of Sick HGN. Do you see what I did there, Nutters?
I saw what you did there.
So out of the ceiling, the corner of the ceiling, I like to call it, kind of like the opposite curb. It'll be cleared now by Killer Aussie, mate. CG Pro in the corner, taps this one up onto the sidewall, reading it nice and well. Not going to be able to get it cleared out too much. Rin looking for a pass play. Zab on the backboard. Quite good off the wall is Zab. Throws that one down to the sidewall. Killer Aussie, mate, only delaying the inevitable. Zab couldn't keep control of his car mid-air. And could have been another opportunity for a goal over. CG Pro off the backboard. The touch has come out from Village Psycho. Zab knocks it on, but we will see Killer Aussie, mate, set for that save as well as Village Psycho is coming down for that Spider-Man save, Nutters.
Yep, lovely little save coming in there. CG Pro trying to get this one into the middle. Will not get the second touch, but Zeb coming through just doesn't get there in time. Lovely clear out from Killer Aussie, mate, but Sick coming through. Does manage to get this one out. Doesn't get the second touch that he wants, but it does get cleared straight back upfield by CG Pro. Really keeping this pressure on Pugs for Life. The shot really coming in. Psionics post ever so slightly there. Could have quite easily bounced out. Instead, just comes off a couple. I believe they came off the crossbar, the left post, and then just bounces in.
Well.
Bit of an odd one.
We've got a... Yeah, I watched that from his perspective, but the camera wasn't being kind. We did kind of see most of it. Cyrix in the chat saying, wait, why is Nutters in WA? He's not. The beauty of the internet is Nutters is now able to join me remotely.
I am still
now that
in
you're
a lovely
ready.
little country called New Zealand.
Yes.
Yes.
Apparently considered out of all the countries that would be safe to go to in a World War III, New Zealand is the safest and the most convenient.
Well, considering the fact that we're not on many maps or globes, and most people don't actually know that we exist, I think we're pretty safe down here. In saying that, though, it is about 5 a.m., so I'm pretty chill. It's pretty nice. I love doing Rocket League. I can't complain at the moment. I didn't get to catch today, so I need to get in on it. In saying that, we have obviously seen this goal coming back in from Killer Aussie to bring one goal back into this, and it does obviously bring it a lot closer with 2 minutes left on the clock, as we've sort of seen in the last couple of matches. But a shot coming through from CG Pro. Rin just not able to rotate back and get in time. Does just miss the save. but it gives Irish Wristwatch a 4-1 lead.
Nice.
I keep slowing down.
You have to. You have to. It's not
Wristwatch.
It's not possible to just come out with it. Otherwise, you end up with Irish Wristwatch. That's what comes out. Trust me. I've tried. CG Pro, nice save there.
Just how much you've had to drink.
Oh, I don't know if he's gone yet, but Zack Attack saying that he's off. He's got to head off now. I wish us a great stream and a good night. Well, thank you very much, my friend. I hope you enjoyed what you were able to watch if you're still here with us. It'd be nice to give you a little shout out as you leave. So we hope you come back next time in 3 months.
Yeah, definitely come back in 3 months. If not, come back later for ESL and RLO.
Yep.
Which I do believe he'll be most likely around for, so that's great to hear. But with a minute remaining on the clock, 3 goals required. Oh, nice save coming out to prevent that being 4. Never mind. No! Another amazing save flying across the goal. Village Psycho keeping them in this game well and truly, but 3 goals in 45 seconds. It's doable. They need to pull it out to force themselves through this game. Village Psycho should be able to get around to this. Gets the touch. Aussie mate coming through. Gets that touch. Could call it a steal, but no. Just needs to secure that. And with 36 seconds left, 2 goals required. Pugs for life aren't out of this.
Absolutely. I wouldn't quite call that steal. It looks like it was going to bounce post out, like inside edge and then back out. So even if it was in, Killer Aussie, mate, in my mind, needs to put that in as soon as possible. They can't leave it risk like, oh, it's going in, don't worry.
Well.
You need to secure these goals. And now, thanks to that goal, and that's exactly why, it's now possible for Pugs for Life to win this game.
It most definitely is, as you say that, and that is absolutely amazing. Killer Aussie mate putting another one in. And like you said, it's about the timing. It's only been 5 seconds between that goal. If they'd waited a couple more seconds to force the other one in, you know, they may not have these 30 seconds left. They may be down at 25. So just making sure they score these as fast as possible is going to be the key here. But Irish Wristwatch should be trying to defend as hard as possible now. They don't need to worry about scoring. They just need to stop this going in. It looks like that's what they're actually trying to do here. Just rotating straight back and defending.
Yep.
2 players challenging that, though, and this could be costly if a player is able to get through from Pugs for Life. Killer Aussie mate gets on this, takes the shot, and no.
What a
CT
save!
Just coming through, keeping Irish Wristwatch in this
That's
game.
it.
The ball goes down. Irish Wristwatch are through to the grand final.
Irish Wristwatch are repeating history, ladies and gentlemen. They have secured their ticket to the grand final here at RFLAN 56, and they will be able to defend their title of reigning grand champions here at RFLAN Rocket League Tournament. And I so want to stand up right now and just scream Irish Wristwatch, but I know I'm going to fuck it up. So I'm not going to do it, Nutters. It's going to be horrible. With that being said, we can have a little bit of a chat about what's going to be happening in the break, and we'll get things sorted out. GG, well played. Hope you win. Yeah, there you go. Pugs for Life taking the loss. Well, they place 4th place, tied 3rd, 4th pretty much. So well played to them. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean they walk away with a prize, but they can still say that they made it quite far here, especially through the lower bracket at the RFLAN Rocket League Tournament.
They don't have to be too specific. I finished 3rd at a LAN. Wow, it's amazing. But in saying that, we will. It has been pointed out what's been said in chat. But they've just. Let's just cover that up a little bit. But in saying that, yeah, we can have a little bit of a chat and see just what we've got coming up next.
Absolutely. So, what I might do is, we'll go back to this for now. Have I messed that up? No, I don't think I've messed that up. There we go.
Not yet.
And, what I need to do is I need to add your name. You are at Nutters, right, on Twitter?
I do believe so.
There you go. It's kind of a little bit off.
Thank you very much.
Let me try and fix that. But it's not going to be kind, so let me try and manually move it around here. Here we go.
That is not a problem. Just press Control D and then just drag it directly downwards. That is one of my favorite things to do. Just gotta love OBS. And we do have Dover's bringing up. Renki's dropping the F-bomb. It's amazing. It's about midnight anyway. Kids shouldn't be awake and watching this, to be completely honest with you. But I suppose it's not too bad. In saying that, there are tweets coming in as well. Dover is up, as he says, at 3 AM watching Aussie Gaming TV. Renkies and Nutters doing RFLAN. Renkies obviously being at the LAN
Hello. I'm on the
It's
webcam now,
outstanding.
Nutters. So
I
again,
am not.
there is still plenty of people here. All the way at the back, it's kind of difficult to see in the webcam, but there, and there's arcade machines here. About there's like a man right there where my finger is, and then some more guys over that general area where my finger is. That's air hockey. I actually have an air hockey table here, Nutters. So if you hear constant like knocking around back and forth, and then over on the other side, like I'm bad with pointing backwards. You can just see the edge of a green screen sort of thing over there. That's the console area. Yes, they have console plebs at RFLAN. We'll just skip right over that. This is PC Master Race. As you can see, a fabulous amount of computers behind me, etc. Laptops and all. There's not too many MacBooks, which is great.
It's honestly great to see, and I'm sure if they are there, they're probably being dual booted with Windows anyway. So that's definitely quite a good one, and I really do hope that at some point tonight we will just hear some ding ding. You know, as you're talking about the air hockey table, we'll just hear like a ding ding ding, and just to you know, that long rally. You know, everyone's just playing hard, and then all of a sudden that one guy gets scored against, and he's not happy about it.
Alrighty, just trying to organise. What have we got? Ready for the grand final. Just letting them know in Discord. So the lobby's not live yet, so again, we can continue to talk a little bit back and forth. Nutters, have we got anything else coming up on AGTV that we can discuss?
Hopefully, given next Tuesday, we should be back with a 2KF1 Tuesday night tournament. I do believe that will be coming shortly. I think not this week, but probably next week. I think we may have a monthly for ESL. I'm not too sure. We should just have the usual stuff. I believe Wednesday night is obviously RLO 2v2s. On behalf of the CSGO division, I don't believe we've got too much happening at the moment. However, I do believe we are working with Cybergamer in regards to their CSGO Premier League. In that regard, I don't know if we're doing a lot of that on Aussie Gaming TV or if we're doing some of that on Cybergamer TV, but they've got some huge lanes coming up as well, which, if Cyanide's watching, feel free to fly me out to any of these lands, as, you know, I'm a poor student. I don't actually study anything except for how to yell about games.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just being messaged by a well-known NA caster, Sfernaday, asking if I can help small log caster 2's tourney around 3 PM EST. I've got no idea what the time conversion is. It's unlikely because of what's happening right now, and after this I will most likely be ruined. I will get back to him as soon as possible, so I'll just
That will be in around about 4 hours.
For you. Most likely no. Here is why, and I'm going to link him the Twitch chat. The Twitch channel itself right now.
Dover bringing up an amazing point in chat. He has mentioned this before, and it's probably my fault for missing it. State of Origin, as we were saying before about obviously NRG coming out, hopefully, and playing in the State of Origin, but State of Origin will be going from the 4th of February right the way through to the 18th. We've got open regionals, there's group stages, it moves through into some playoffs, and I believe it's the 4th of February we have group stages. There's a few different seeds going up against the playoffs on the 11th of February with best of 7 games, followed up on the 18th of February with a single best of 9 game for the grand final, which I believe last time was actually between the 2 New South Wales teams. So
yes, and
interesting one.
New South Wales 2-1, which was Orion. Orion was the captain, the former Legacy player.
Yes.
Yep.
Orion.
100%. I don't remember who he was playing with, but I know it was Orion. And the New South Wales one was Soma. And again, I can't recall who he was playing with. Who he was playing with.
I believe it was a slight change up because obviously the initial State of Origin you weren't able to play with
if you're on the same team.
With the same team.
In the Cybergamer or RLO leagues, which at the time were the only leagues running in OCE.
Cybergamer has sadly passed away.
They might be coming back, apparently. There's been players talking about it.
There's been talks about it happening, but I'm not too sure exactly what's happening with regards to obviously Cybergamer Rocket League. But in saying that, they are obviously, going big with I believe even Overwatch is actually, Overwatch is going big. We've got CS:GO going big, so there's plenty to catch here on Aussie Gaming TV. That's the key, I suppose.
Absolutely. I'm just sending a message out, trying not to make typos. To go live. Here we go. We are waiting. Very long time waiting, Nutters. This is what I've been dealing with. It's the problem of because sometimes there is a long wait for a particular team, especially when you swap from winner bracket to a lower bracket. That teams get bored and they'll go outside, have a smoke break, or they'll play some other games, like they'll compete in other tournaments, etc. So they're in a different game. So sometimes you can be waiting for quite some time. The way it works is when it gets announced that they're AFK and they haven't responded to the other team's request to create the lobby, if it's their duty to create the lobby, a call gets made over the PA.
Not too sure if you can hear me, whether I can just hear you, or exactly what is happening at the moment. Whether you were able to hear me, I couldn't hear you. Not too sure.
I can hear you.
Oh, that's awesome. I couldn't hear myself. Oh, I was listening to myself. I've got quite a nice voice to listen to, I have to admit. So it's quite pleasant. And if people want to just tweet at ESL Australia asking them to hire me as a CS:GO caster, I do believe some of the Tainted Minds boys have got that going at the moment. So
you have cut me off with what I was saying, though, Nutters.
That is probably my bad.
I was explaining as we were talking about the teams and how they're not showing up, etc. So the way that works is if it gets announced by the other team that if it's the other team's responsibility to create the lobby that they're AFK, then they put out a call over the PA and warn them that they've got 10 minutes. That's the first call. Then there's a second call and then a third call for a total of 30 minutes. And if you don't respond after the 10 minutes after the third call, so it's been 30 minutes without you responding, you get auto DQ'd. And so to be fair, considering it's a 24-hour event, 30 minutes is a short period of time compared to that. However, for casting, games, etc., when you're waiting 30 minutes just to find out if a team's going to be auto DQ'd or not, that becomes difficult. And so that's the problem that we run into. I do believe that the lobby has been made live now, so we're going to check. Yes, we are jumping in. Hopefully Rallick is able to get in because he said that he's going to jump in and we're here. Did they make it 4v4 is the question. It's not here yet, but they are ready to go, so I'm going to swap us over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are live with the grand final of the RFLAN 56 Rocket League tournament. In fact, Nutters, if you've got time, could you update it to say, replace where it says final stage in the title with grand final, please?
Most definitely. I will update that for you at the moment.
Oh, I think Nutters cut out unless he stopped talking on purpose. Hopefully that's not an issue. You should still be able to hear me. Please let me know if I am not coming through, if you notice that no one's talking. Nutters should be. Nutters, are you still here?
I'm here. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
That is perfect because for some reason I dropped out. I think I've heard that the TeamSpeak's having a few small issues, so
okay.
That could be anything. But we're still at 0-0. Precision up against Irish Wristwatch. I managed to get that one out with a little bit of trouble. And still 0-0, minute been played.
Yes, so this is interesting. Last time they played in the winner bracket, there were goals left, right and centre for about the first minute. And then it's really slowed down and the teams had figured each other out and they weren't just letting things in. It really stabilised and became quite a close series for game 2 and 3. But yeah, this is completely different. It seems like two teams taking a completely different approach to each other, Nutters. And it's unfortunate you weren't able to spectate the previous matchup, so it does kind of leave you high and dry a little bit, but I'll try and fill in as much as I can to help things make sense for you. But as I was saying, it's Rambo as Chris Garner, a player I've never heard of before, and OzJad is the pickup player who was someone that signed up as a pickup player that Precision were able to get into the team before the event started.
Well, as I say, I think a lot of what we actually have to do as commentators and casters is just come up with absolute dog's balls on the spot, whether we know what we're talking about or not. So I'm sure I can formulate an opinion pretty quickly as to how these two teams are playing. Chris Garner coming through, not able to put that one in just yet, unable to actually put anything on the board, but I think I'm actually enjoying this already. We're seeing a good close matchup. Definitely tighter than what we saw between Irish Wristwatch and Pugs for Life, so I suppose less of a goal fest. Halfway through the match, not too bad.
Absolutely, and I've just decided that I'm going to try and put considering this is the grand final, last games we'll be seeing, I want to put the sponsor logos in the bottom left. I don't have to, but I'm being kind. So if you can carry on with some play-by-play nutters, I'll get onto that, and it's just over 2 minutes of the game to go, so...
I can probably talk about the game for a while, and as I say that, CG Pro actually trying to help me here by giving me a goal, but no, OzJad just able to get up there, save that one, picks up a savior badge already, 3 minutes in. Nice play coming up here from Chris Garner, managing to actually knock this one up the field. Rambo trying to get into the middle, Chris Garner tries to backflip, not able to finish that one off. OzJad trying to get that through, can't do too much more with that, trying to put it again, really trying to put the pressure on Irish Wristwatch, and they're just able to do this. Rambo putting it against the wall, does pop it up, able to get this one across, but it does get nicely played out by CG. Doesn't get the touch, but no, Chris Garner just coming through, gets that save, picks up another, but doesn't actually get credited for either of them. Jad touches it, gets it around, but no, Rambo is there just to come through on that one. Sick. Managing to knock this one up, but Chris Garner coming through doesn't touch the roof, so this won't be dropping down too far. Nobody there to actually finish that one off. Rambo coming through at the moment and just trying to drop it every time it's coming through, but no, Rambo's overdriven it, trying to get the pass off to OzJad, not able to get much out of that, and the shot coming through, sick, picking up the first goal of the match. Just absolutely
I'm back
lovely.
in time.
You're back in time. A lovely shot coming across. Nice tight angle. Just slotting it into the top left corner. Sick, able to finish that one and give Irish Wristwatch the 1-0 lead.
Absolutely. Rambo is over the top now, and Precision will really want something in this game as soon as possible. It's less than a minute. It's always a great time to score. If the game's in a 0-0 deadlock, scoring around the 1 minute, if you can, between 30 seconds to 60 seconds, is a great time to score because it really puts the pressure on the other team. They kind of often falter, and they fail to be able to score that equalizer in time. So it's an easy way to win games if you can manage to hold it at 0-0 for that long, that is.
I kind of thought we were about to have some Nutters level insight there with, you know, if the score's at 0-0, scoring is a good thing to do. Which I do believe I'm correct in saying that. In saying that as well, Rambo coming through, not able to slot that one in. Got a bit of a hard angle as he went up. CG Pro knocks it away, but no! Almost trying to put this one into their own net here. Rambo just able to clear that one out with 10 seconds left. OzJad challenging the ball. Chris Garner comes through. They need to get this one in right now. The ball does get cleared out nicely by CG Pro. It's going down. Rambo S keeps it up, but no! Goes down. First game goes to Irish Wristwatch.
GGs are thrown out in the chat, and rightly so. What a first game in this best of 5, and I tell you what, that's going to be exactly what Irish Wristwatch need, because I will get confirmation on this, but as far as I'm aware, it's a double elimination grand final. There's no one game advantage. I'll get confirmation, because if there is, I'll need to update a game win for Precision, but I'm pretty sure Irish Wristwatch require back-to-back wins with 2 best of 5s.
Well, not impossible. Quite improbable. May just need to confirm on that one. But for now, we will be heading into game number 2. Irish Wristwatch do have that 1-game lead, we believe, so far. If not 1-all, if not a slight 5-game disadvantage and a 1-game lead. Unsure at the moment. We will get confirmation. But Zab, to start us off, does manage to get this one over. Doesn't get the second touch to get that into the center very much further. But does manage to get it over just enough. Shots coming out, but not much coming from it. Precision able to clear it out nicely. Rambo as does have to track back. May get demoed by Zab. No, Zab just goes underneath him as he goes up. CG Pro coming through. Doesn't challenge Chris Garner. Decides to bip him out of the way either way. Absolutely smashing. And Zab coming through plays it off. Rambo actually gets to it first. Sick coming through. Doesn't challenge, but no. CG Pro will be up on that wall. We'll probably be looking to get a second touch here, but no. Ozjad does manage to clear that one out quite nicely. Zab coming through is going to just tap that. Not able to get too much out of it, but Chris Garner coming through, puts it over the goal. Rambo has comes through, but no. Not able to get the shot on target. Absolutely, just so close. But these touches not coming off for Precision at the moment. Chris Garner is able to get it out clear. Not much coming out there. Sick does get another nice clear back out. It's just back and forth at the moment. Pressure being going both ways. No real reasoning behind either of them. Ozjad not going to get there. Chris Rambo does come through. Not able to get it in. CG Pro with a nice save and the ball cleared up quite nicely.
Absolutely nice calling on that one, Nutters. And I've come back with confirmation that due to trying to make the tournament run a little bit faster, Precision have been handed a one-game advantage. So it's tied up now at 1-1. Precision, I apologise for not being able to get that confirmed at the beginning, but with the win that Irish Wristwatch had in the previous game, that's basically tying things up now. So 3 games... No.
Only two more games need to be won by either team.
2 games by either team, but I want to see the game 5. I want to see 3 games.
Oh, most definitely. I'd love to see a game 5 out of this. I want to see this go both ways, but you do have to remember that whichever team gets one game here, it will require a reverse sweep from the other team, essentially, to win it back from that point, if you assume that it's 1-1, 0-0, whichever way you want to look at it. And at the moment, yet again, we're down. It's 0-all, 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. Chris Garner gets another save in, and I'm sort of just checking out some of these points, and the amount of saves, there's only been 3 saves coming out, but it feels like a whole lot more.
Yeah.
But, you know, in saying that, Precision, I feel like they're a bit on edge here. They're not actually able to, they're not performing as well as I'd be expecting at the moment. As you said, goal fest from the start, and then they sort of figured each other out later on. So I can see where this is coming from.
So what the thing that was important here is, which kind of made Irish Wristwatch, formerly known as West Pop and B, the champions of the previous tournament, is this is exactly what happened to them. They got knocked down to the lower bracket by the team that went through to the grand final via winner bracket, and they had the advantage of playing games and coming back into the grand final warm, while the winner bracket grand finalists had to wait until the grand final to be able to play. So it's the same thing as Precision. They're coming into this matchup cold, and they need to warm up against Irish Wristwatch here and now. So this is like, I mean, it would have been nice for a winner bracket grand final entry, but Irish Wristwatch consider it an advantage that they've gotten here through the lower bracket.
And fair enough for them. I mean, you can consider anything an advantage if you really want to. I know that applies to other things as well, but I'm not going to go there. It is 5 a.m., but I was going to go slightly bit more inappropriate with my analogy on that one. I don't think I will, but we do see Rambo coming through, trying to get this one into the middle. Luckily, Sick manages to get up on that one. Jad puts the ball over the top, sadly. PC, oh no, not coming through for Chris Garner. Puts it over yet again, so quite a few nice shots coming out, but none of them really challenging either team at the moment. Chris Garner gets this shot off, it hits the crossbar yet again, and he follows up, finishes it, picks up the first goal for this game, and gives Precision a 1-0 lead with 56 seconds left on this clock.
This is exactly what Precision needed. What a shot as well from Chris Garner, straight off the backboard. As you said, follows it up himself. And we've got the event admin, Lane Can't Draw, I believe is his Twitch name, but he goes by Ralic, R-A-L-I-C on the Discord. And he's been, I believe, the sole event admin for Rocket League at, as far as I'm aware, all the events that I've been to since 53. So the 4 in a row, I believe. So massive shout out to him. He's done a fantastic job. You know, again, the communication issues are always going to be there due to players, but this event has definitely run a lot smoother than previous ones. And you know, he's saying that he's glad that the grand final can be such a good matchup. And it's absolutely what we're seeing right now, Nutters. Just a fantastic set of games between Precision and Irish Wristwatch here.
Oh, we definitely are. This is absolutely amazing. I'm loving watching this because this is such a close matchup. We've seen 2 goals so far over 2 matches. which by a lot of standards, people will be complaining, you know, oh, where's all the action? We're seeing the action, it's just not resulting in goals. In saying that, Irish Wristwatch needs to keep this up. CG Pro gets the shot on. Rambo coming through, needs to keep this up. Zab does get to it, but no, Chris Garner able to clear it out. Will be trying to knock this one down, does
So
let this
close.
one drop. And now gives Precision a 2-1 game advantage.
That is exactly right. They are now on match point, and this is looking really close. However, Irish Wristwatch, that might be the thing that causes them to falter and crumble here. They are what I would consider a momentum-based team. As I was discussing before, they're the kind of team that they find it difficult with the consistency issues that they run into, which we spoke about previously. So if they felt that they were kind of off in this game, it's most likely going to continue for them into the next one. And they've really now got to clear their minds, get ready mentally for this game, because they now require 2, whereas Precision, this is match point for them.
Yeah, as you say, like I sort of said earlier, you know, it will require that reverse sweep. But hopefully building on from this, we might just see this game coming in favour of Irish Wristwatch. We haven't seen a goal within the first 4 minutes of either game so far. So maybe this one turns into a bit more of a goal fest. Maybe it's just as calm and we still don't see a goal for another 4.5 minutes. But at the same time, it's exciting to watch. Zab trying to get this one into the middle, not able to get it too much further over than the goalpost. But Chris Garner able to, seems to be carrying this Precision team quite a bit. He scored their goal for the last match, but no! There we go. Of course I have to curse it. We don't see a goal for 4.5 minutes. Instead, we see one in 22 seconds.
I don't think they're going to be able to, but certainly supporters of Irish Wristwatch right now will be telling nutters to continually cast a curse it to give their team the advantage. J_OTT, I got to give a massive shout out to him, nutters. He's been here from what I believe was the very beginning of this tournament start at about 4:35 o'clock in the afternoon, sort of evening time. And he's saying that Irish Wristwatch, they did come here through the grand final, so it's a bonus to be able to make it to the grand final without losing a match. I don't remember if they clean sweeped every team. I think they might have been involved in the best of 3, but they definitely came here without losing a series. And if they take out the grand final, then props to them. They made it to the grand final and won it overall without dropping a single series, which should be a fantastic achievement to be able to claim. But we do see Irish Wristwatch in this game with a 1-goal lead, and they're looking set for the second one already.
Yeah, they're looking
what a
very
shot!
Good, but Chris Garner coming through, puts that one in. A lovely little redirect there from the pass from Rambo. Gets it up. Chris Garner coming across. Nice little touch off the front of the car. Just tips
ghost
it
hit.
Right. Ghost hit?
Yeah, watch that on the stream, man. That was crazy.
Swag, y'all, I will.
Next kickoff, Chris Garner picking up that first touch. CG Pro tried to slow things down to be Zab off the sidewall to throw things forward now. Ozjad, a touch onto the sidewall. It's not going to slow Zab down. Gets the pass across to Sick HDN, and there it is. That's the second goal for Irish Wristwatch, and they'll be extremely pleased with this effort here. Put in Sick HDN, waiting for the pass, comes off the backboard nicely for him. Gets the left roll over, try and dunk it in that right side as much as possible, just in case there would have been someone sweeping across. However, that was unlikely, but it's nice to be sure just in case.
It was a ghost hit on your screen, it wasn't on mine, so I was like, oh yeah, nice easy touch there. Instead, we do see this one coming across now. Slightly less in favour of Irish Wristwatch at the moment, but Sick able to actually get this one out just enough. Gets it past Ozjad, but Rambo does manage to get this one straight back in. Trying to get this into the centre. Chris Garner coming through, does get the shot off. CG Pro just gets up, does manage to stop that one going on in, and just decides, you know what, I'm going to bump CG just to make sure as well. As we do see Sick managing to clear this one out. Zab actually coming through, not able to get the touch on the ball here, but we do see Sick coming through, able to actually get a touch, but no, Chris Garner, lovely little clear coming out. CG just gets enough of a touch here to bring it back into the centre, but ball will be going up, will be dropping back down, but no, nothing much to happen just yet. Obviously, a goal fest as I was hoping for, but still definitely favouring Irish Wristwatch at the moment. We do see Chris Garner try and clear this one out. Gets it out, but not far enough. Zab able to put it right back in. Shot coming in from Rambo, but no, it's just wide. Sick able to clear this one out, and pressure being put on by both teams, but it's still just so end-to-end.
Absolutely. It's really interesting to see how these guys are stacking up against each other. As you said, end-to-end. Irish Wristwatch, CG Pro
making the play forward now, going to grab the corner boost, looking to wrap it over for a pass, but adds a little bit too much. He might have been aiming top right there. Actually, Rambo is trying to get a clear now. Zab comes through off the backboard, following it up himself. Oh, a little bit too early on that area, a bit too eager to get the second goal. CG Pro, he's good at dribbling, can't find it past Chris Garner and Oz Jad coming in from the rear end as well, so won't be able to see CG Pro pull off some of the actual pro dribbles that he's had throughout this tournament, Nutters. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff. The jukes that he's been pulling off have been absolutely nuts. I can't wait to see more of those opportunities develop for him.
Yeah, this is quite amazing to see. I'd love to see Irish Wristwatch obviously take this match out. It will force us to what will be match 5, which is just one of the greatest parts of any series, when you know it's 2-all, you know it's at the end, and CG Pro coming through, gets that lovely shot from distance, comes off the wall, actually goes straight over the top of Chris Garner, just beats him to it, and I believe that was, Rambo just gets the last touch so he can claim that as his own, but sadly in his own goal.
Alright, and this is definitely going to be interesting. I've just gotten updates, Nutters, myself of course. The motherboards that are being given out, they're not just 200, they're 259. So it's on the closer side to 300. So in total, these three players are going to walk away with a combined worth in cash of $777 worth of motherboards.
And 77 cents, I'd hope, as well. But in saying that, I do believe that's just the slightly more advanced motherboard, which is quite amazing to see that Gigabyte are actually willing to give up so much of that. And it's always good when you've got such willing sponsors, so that always a positive for such tournaments. And in saying that, it looks at the moment that we will be going to that game 5 to decide who goes away with that amazing prize. And I think the best part about that is that we don't know who's going to walk away with this. Both games going both ways. CG Pro getting yet another goal here. Picks himself up the hat-trick with that lovely little aerial. Gives his team that 4-1 lead. And without his goals, it'll be 1-all at the moment. So just great play to see coming out.
CG Pro will be extremely pleased with that one, Nutters. And this is looking really good for them to be able to tie up the series right now. 43 seconds remaining. They've got a 3-goal advantage right now. Again, I would like to see them play ultra defensively now and just clear every ball, but they're not a team that does that. They like to extend the lead. It can be risky, but I'll tell you what, so far throughout the tournament, it's been paying off for them, so I don't blame them if they want to pull rank on me and keep trying what they've found has been working for them.
Almost definitely. If it works, why stop now? But in saying that, Irish Wristwatch do go back to only a 2-goal lead. As that lovely shot coming in from Rambo. I don't think he actually meant for it to be a shot. I don't think he meant for it to go in. But CG Pro gets absolutely smashed out of the way. Zab and Sick just pinch that together and put it in. WTF Psionics coming out in chat. Yes, Psionics, fix your posts and stuff. Zab completely destroys that kick off. And this could be a 4-3. No, the ball doesn't go far enough into that net, as it does need to enter that net to be a goal. In saying that, CG Pro does get a touch off, managing to clear this one out. Ball going up high. This is it. Game over. Irish Wristwatch will take out game number, essentially 4. And they do take us now in to game number 5.
Well, there we have it. We are going to update the scoreboard assistant to reflect what Nodders has just said, the most accurate analysis of this grand final yet.
That game number 4 has led to game number 5.
Yes.
And I do believe we discussed this on Wednesday night, Rankies, that if that team had won game number 4, that we'd go to game number 5, and it would be a game between the two teams that made it.
Exactly.
And my analogy was amazing, perfect, on point. I'm going to ready up. We're going to head through into game number 5 in this series. Precision 2 games, Irish Wristwatch 2 games. This is it for these amazing prizes.
Absolutely. Right now, these two teams are playing for prizes that are worth a total of 777 Australian dollars. They are the Gigabyte Z270 Gaming K3 motherboards, the LGA 1151 socket, so the brand new. They've just recently hit the stores.
Well, so recently that Cybergamer are being forced to promote them with their sponsorship as well, so that's how good these motherboards are. And saying that, Sick trying to get that first shot off. Chad and Chris Garner challenging each other on that one, but does manage to get it clear in the end. Not looking the best positioning here for Irish Wristwatch, but Chris Garner not in a position to punish that at the moment. Clear does come back out. 2 players chasing it, but no, Rambo pips it between them, threads that needle. CG Pro comes through, gets the initial save, but Jad, with a lovely calculation there, finishes it off and gives Precision the 1-0 lead with just 26 seconds played.
Well. I mean, and that's what they need. Nutters, Irish wristwatch, they've got the momentum advantage, which is what they like, but that's kind of been had a massive dent put in it by Precision with that the goal being picked up there. So this is exactly what Precision need to keep working and building on top of this. Here we go, Chris Garner looking for the pass across, but CG Pro good enough to sort of interfere with that one, although he didn't get the touch. Sick HTN with the clear out. CG Pro looking for a pass, gets it perfectly back to Zab, tried to go for a 1-2, but the Precision players were all over that. They split up perfectly, one to the ball and one to the 2 offensive players, completely interrupted the Irish wristwatch play there. And now they're back to, settling into that back and forth. However, with this ball up from Chris Garner, rotations around from Ramboaz, up onto the side wall, looking for one out of the corner, playing it slow, wants to control it nicely, mistimes the side flip off the wall. It will be now Zab. And as I said earlier on, he's usually quite good off the wall from what I've seen. Sick HDN up in the air, backboard play. We're seeing the... I've gone a complete mental blank. It's there was an EU team, the ones that got picked up by Northern Gaming. What were their names?
That team.
Yeah, that team. I can't remember. It was something girls or something like that.
Weedem Girls.
Weedem Girls, yes. That was a Weedem Girls play there. Straight off the backboard. An intentional, pass play. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out for Irish wristwatch there.
I do have to admit, I've just noticed in chat that it's actually been put out there that I'd almost want to be a runner-up in this one, as the runners-up do get mouse pads, which, whilst they don't have waifus on them, which is a bit of a shame, they have 3D boobs. So that is absolutely amazing. Resting your wrist on 3D boobs is always an advantage. In saying that, a motherboard is also not too bad.
Are you making stuff up here, Nutters?
Out here, and Chris Garner will score another goal. And no, Lane can't draw in chat, says runners-up get some amazing mouse pads. Gregsley asks, do they have pictures of waifus on them? And Lane can't draw responds with, better, they've got 3D boobs as wrist rests.
Well. I wish I'd have been told that earlier on. I'm not sure if pictures of those mouse pads would be considered by judge appropriate for me to put on the stream. But if I knew that they were runner-up prizes, I definitely would have put those up in the image slideshow. So I'll tell you what, Ralik or Lane Can't Draw, if you can message me on Discord an image of those mouse pads, I should be able to sort something out after the grand final to at least show the people what the runners-up have won. Okay, they're actually Corsair Gaming MX330 mouse pads. So still, if you can get some images over, that'd be nice, please.
Slightly disappointed now. I was really hoping for some nice resting boobs. But maybe I'm just a little bit out of it at the moment at, 5:25 in the morning. In saying that, we've not seen too much action as of recent in this game. Not much really coming through. CG Pro actually getting a nice shot off, but Chris Garner there to get a nice save out. Chris Garner will be taking this one up, looking to make the lead to 3-0. Not able to do that. Gets the ball across to the middle, but Zab with a nice easy clear coming out. Sick coming through. Won't be able to do too much, but does get it out a little bit further towards that halfway line. Does get another touch to clear it up even further. Rambo forced to challenge. Does get it in, but Zab coming through. Gets it off the roof. Not able to get the angle that he wanted to get it down onto the ground. Sick actually coming through, no, still not able to get this one in, and with just about 1:20 left on the clock, they've got a lot of work to do to get 2 goals back here. And Sick trying again. Rambo not able to get much out of that and getting it back into their own half almost.
And here we go, Zab bails out of that area, allows CG Pro to come off the backboard to get this one cleared out. Rotations have been decent from Irish wristwatch, but they haven't been able to maintain offensive pressure, which has given Precision a huge advantage. We're into the last minute of this game now. 2 goals down are Irish wristwatch, and they need something in this game. A goal right now would certainly give them a chance in this one, but a good clear comes off that backboard from Ramboaz, and with these seconds counting down, Nutters Precision are looking good to be walking away with the Gigabyte Z270 Gaming K3 motherboards, which is... Oh, we see the goal from Sick HTN.
That could be the game changer right now.
This could change things.
2-1. This is going to be interesting. CG Pro trying to actually save it there. Maybe he doesn't want. Maybe he just wants a mouse pad.
He wants
I'm
the,
not too sure.
Maybe he hasn't realised. Maybe all he heard was booed mouse pads. He hasn't been updated that they're not booed mouse pads, and he's just like, let's get runner up. Oh my God, sick HTN, the solo plays from the kickoff.
They don't want the mouse pads now. They know they're not booed mouse pads. They want the motherboards, because those motherboards can hold a CPU processor, which will allow you to order a boob mouse pad online, which is probably even better than winning one for being second place. Irish Wristwatch, in the matter of seconds, have brought this back to all. 25 seconds left. This is an amazing grand final. This is game number 5. It is 2-2 in the scoreline, 2-2 in the games.
I want an overtime.
Whoever scores the next goal is going to win this.
Yeah, if Sick HT, he's done it! He's put it in with 11 seconds. If they can hold us off, Nutters, if they can play ultra defensively right now, they will be walking away with 3 of the Gigabyte motherboards that we've been talking about so much. And it is looking really good. Sick HTN, he's carrying his team.
All they have to do is last 11 seconds. It's something I'm not very good at, but they should not struggle here. They just have to keep the ball out of their own net. 5 more seconds. This is it. So CG Pro gets it, but no, Rambo gets a shot off. It doesn't go in. No, it's that is it. Irish.
They've done it.
They've done it. Irish.
The wishy-washies.
The wishy-washies have won the LAN.
They have walked away with not only the pride of defending their title and winning for the 2nd time in a row, but they win a prize value of $777 courtesy of RFLAN, PLE, Gigabyte, all of the people here. They walk away with 3 of the Gigabyte Z270 Gaming K3 motherboards, fit for KB Lake processors, Nutters. And look, if they can't use them, well, I suppose they can sell them for probably about $200 each. But hopefully they've got the money in the bank to be able to build a new system out of it and play Rocket League even better.
That was absolutely outstanding. Irish Wristwatch making that comeback. They take the one game to come back, bring it to 1-1. They don't take that second game, which gives Precision that match point. They manage to just come back. They get it. They make that reverse. They come back. They win this one 3-2 after being 2-0 down. Absolute carry from Sick HTN. Amazing play from CG Pro. CG though. Zab coming out with some amazing plays. Hard luck to Precision, but absolutely amazingly played by Irish Wristwatch.
Absolutely. So I've just told CG, who there's not really a designated captain, but I believe he's signed up as the team captain on the page for the event. I've told them to get up here, and here they come. So I'm going to be busy plugging in the next microphone. And Nutters, you can talk more about what do you think went wrong for Precision in that game as I get set up here?
I think that obviously they held on for a little while. They did all right for that second game, but obviously coming in cold, they also didn't have that, I suppose, initial game warm-up. So whilst they did go with that one-game lead, they really only played and won one game in that entire series. Irish Wristwatch, obviously warm up into those losers bracket. They're coming into the final. They've got all that time. They've played for so much longer than Precision have had to. They come through. They just have to win those 3 games. They know that that's all they have to do. They go home with such a huge prize. Precision just not able to hold on.
Here we go. Sorry, the guys for Irish Wristwatch have just seen the fake prize. Their mouse pad, that apparently they gave these away, the boob mouse pads, they donated 5 as prizes a couple years ago. Best prizes ever. But no, the runners-up Precision, if I can get the image, I'm going to drag it up on the stream right now if I can. I'm going to add... but again, Nutters, keep going.
I'll just keep talking. Like I said, dogs, balls, absolutely nothing that I actually know what I'm talking about. You know, in saying what I was saying, Precision didn't have the warm-up. They had such a long break, obviously, between winning the winners bracket that they just didn't have much really going into this, and it'll feel bad for them. Very unlucky that they did go down in the end, but I mean, all they had to do was hold on for 10 more seconds. I mean, well, yeah, they had to hold on for 11 seconds to avoid really conceding another goal. And luckily enough for them, Irish Wristwatch did amazing, and that is a huge Corsair mousepad.
It is. It's very nice, and that's what Precision will be walking away with. But with that being said, we now have the guys. I believe you're live. Can you talk something?
All right, what's going on?
Here we go. So this is CG though, also known as CG Pro,
Yeah.
and Certainly Pro. Do you guys realize what you've just won?
No.
I will show you right now. You have won one of them each.
Not bad.
You've won yourselves Gigabyte Z270 Gaming K3 motherboards, courtesy of RFLAN PLE computers and Gigabyte, of course.
Sweet.
A total of $777 of prizes combined,
Sweet.
$259 each. So I'm sure you guys will be very happy with that. And we can get rid of this mouse pad right now. We're done talking about that. It's on to the winners' time, Nutters. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to sit here and watch the stream like every other person.
No, keep me out. Keep
Keep you out. So behind me right now is Zab and Sick HTN. And if we get moved over so you can see CG, he's the one holding the microphone right now. We'll get everyone in. Don't worry about it. My head down here is not important. So how do you feel, guys? You've just won for the second year in a row. You've defended your title and you've come away on top.
Tired, honestly, but it was good games. But
Absolutely.
we've been eating since like 12 o'clock. All we've had is like a can of Red Bull, so it's like jittery as hell. We had goosebumps with the aircon on us. It was horrible, but we lasted.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure you're very pleased with yourselves. Precision. Look, they walk away with some mouse pads, which is always nice, but they put up a hell of a fight. They had the one game advantage. I bet they had you scared for a while there.
Yeah, we were stressing, like our comms were just radio silence. Like no one was talking. It was just, we'd always just be like, oh sorry, when we messed something up. That was the only peep you'd hear in the whole game. And then we'd scream whenever we scored, or HTN slamming the desk. I don't know if you heard that from me.
No,
Yeah, it's good fun.
No, it didn't. Well, there's much banging happening on at RFLAN. That didn't come out right at all, but you get the idea. Nutters is enjoying it.
Rankies, can I just ask you to ask them? Is this officially the most attractive team to win a LAN?
You're on the mic.
Okay, we've got a question coming through from my co-caster.
All right.
Do you want to repeat that again, Nutters?
Yeah, is this the most attractive team to ever win a LAN?
Okay, would you guys consider yourself the most attractive team to ever win a LAN?
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near, apparently.
I mean, Legacy has Soma with that big wave. You know,
Yeah,
we can't
man.
compete with that.
Yeah, he's got nothing on this though.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. You just need to win the LAN.
Exactly right. Anything else, Nutters? You feeding more questions through?
I think I actually have to come over to Perth and meet these guys now because
You gonna come over?
I might have to get married to one of them. Even though I promised you my hand in marriage as well. So
He's pretty keen to get married to one of you guys now.
Yeah.
So,
I'll pass.
no worries. So,
No problem. But I suppose my only other question is keyboard and mouse or controller, boys?
good question. Keyboard and mouse or controller? What are you guys using?
We're DS4 controllers, and Zeb's got some wild Xbox One controller with some wacky thumbsticks on it.
Pretty good.
No worries.
Controller,
Fair enough.
Analog input is better than binary input.
Yep. So, Pastor, this is Zab now.
Right. So you can move thumbsticks a little bit or a lot, depending on how much you want to turn or which way you want to turn. Whereas a keyboard and mouse, you can only go full right, full left, or full forward.
Exactly. So that's the advantage that controllers have over mouse and keyboard.
Pretty much.
And anything else, Nutters, or was that the last thing?
I'm pretty happy with that. I think these boys are absolutely amazing. Congratulations to them for taking out RFLAN. That is an amazing achievement.
second year in a
Defending
row.
champions, and I'm sure they'll be back.
Absolutely. Will you guys be back next time?
Yeah.
Yep. They're pretty keen to come back and defend the title once again. Any last words from any of you guys?
You can talk about the game more if you prefer. Like,
Yeah, sure. Pass it back over to CG.
I don't know if you noticed shot-wise, the shot counter. We were hauling in shots like it was like 12 to 6, 10 to 2. Like
I think we had under 10 shots in a game.
we were all over them shot-wise, but they're like backboard pressure. They kept throwing it up high off the roof, and we were stressing down beneath, waiting. Like you saw that double touch. I'm not sure who that was from, but that double touch aerial destroyed us.
Yeah.
Like
I think that was from Chris Garner.
I think one game they put up something like 8 saves or something like. We just couldn't break through. We just had an onslaught, and our offense was pretty messy, but we got the job done. So it's all good.
It was the same case with the semi-finals as well, where we're just getting shots on shots, and they'll keep getting saves, but we're just keeping the pressure on, and soon we just broke through the wall.
Yeah. Absolutely. So
I have to ask, sorry, can we just ask, do these guys want to work for Aussie Gaming TV? Because I think they took more notice of the stats than I did.
Nutters is asking, do you guys want to work for Aussie Gaming TV? Because he believes that you took more notice of the stats than he as a caster did.
Yeah, I'd hop on.
Yeah?
He's definitely good at analysing games. I recommend him.
Awesome. Well, we'll see if we can make it happen, eh, Nutters?
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
It's not up to us. It's
the
up
last-
to Judgment T-Ball.
The last 30 seconds, they were up like 2-0, and we were freaking out. Like, we don't want to take this to the final game. Or apparently, you said they had a 1-game advantage. So we're on the brink
Yeah.
of losing, and we didn't even know. Like, we had no idea about this 1-game advantage
No.
Right.
because they won the first one, didn't they?
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
It's
Because
winner's bracket, yeah.
Precision got there via the winner bracket.
Yeah.
Time doesn't really allow because this was scheduled to end at 7:30.
Yeah.
But again, because games just get delayed,
Yeah,
etc. So to try and squeeze time in better, instead of doing a double bracket reset, so what was originally planned is you guys would have had to have won 2 best of 5s back to back.
Yeah.
But to make things easier for both teams and, of course, all the event runners and all that, because Precision got there via the winner bracket, they had a 1-game advantage heading in.
Yeah.
So they only required to win 2 games, whereas you required 3.
Yeah.
And you did a
We
great
were just
job. though.
cruising.
I would have been more panicked.
Yeah. So
I
it
think
was
we had more problems in the semi-finals, like panic-wise.
Yeah.
In the finals, we were just like, let's just get this done, go home, put in our best effort, and see what happens.
absolutely. So it was great to see. When Precision got that first win in of theirs. So out of the 4 games that were played, you picked up the first one, of course,
Yep.
which was quite the win. It was looking difficult for PCN to come back at that stage, but they proved us wrong, and they
Yeah.
came back in their next game. And what you guys didn't realise at the time, as it turns out, was that was match point for them. They only required the next game, whereas you required 2 back to back, and you pulled it off. So extremely well played to you, gentlemen. Instead of mouse pads, you get motherboards.
Yeah.
Worth $259 each. So I
Time for
think
an
a
upgrade.
deserving prize. Yep, they're fit for the KB Lake CPUs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think that is going to about wrap it up
Yeah,
for
thanks
us.
for having us on.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Awesome. No last words, guys? Happy to end it there?
See you next RFLAN, I guess.
Absolutely.
First place.
All right, we'll get that mic turned off and we'll swap back over and get things sorted out. So, absolute nice win. There, yeah, cheers. Absolute nice win came out there towards the end. Nutters, fantastic stuff.
I am so happy to have seen that sort of comeback. I mean, I know we're not supposed to have favourites in this, but Irish Wristwatch just proved that obviously being knocked out earlier in obviously what was best of 3, making it all the way back down through, I suppose, the rest of that losers bracket, the lower bracket, coming in warm and just destroying Precision in that final game, just taking it out, making that comeback. That was absolutely amazing. Congratulations to them, taking away the Z270 motherboards. Hard luck to Precision, but congratulations to them on actually making the final in the first place. It's hard enough getting through sort of an upper bracket when you're playing against just average teams the entire day, but when you have that long and then you have waiting for so long to play your games, just congratulations to them. Well done on them making it go to that game 5. But, you know, Irish Wristwatch, tongue twister, and line winner.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to end it there, I think, Nutters. I think that is about done. We'll be able to swap back over to the webcam one more time, I'm pretty sure, to get another look at my face and the land in the background, of course. I want to give a massive shout out once again to all of the viewers that were watching and put in the time, however late it was for you guys. Just absolutely amazing. We've still got about 90 viewers watching right now. A huge shout out to CXX Flame, who earlier on, exactly 2 hours ago now, threw out a 238 viewer house. So massive thank you to you, my friend. And again, just to gloss over, today we've had 3 total resubs. Nutters, Wolfie resubbed for 6 months in a row, Aaron resubbed for 5 months in a row, and Dover, of course, the most recent one, resubbed for 6 months in a row as well. So it's great to see that people are still coming back and enjoying the content we put out.
It absolutely is, and I'm sure that we'll see a lot of you guys back here following us, obviously coming back for what we have later on today, starting in around about, give me a moment, starting in around about 9 hours, 10 hours, something like that, we do have obviously ESL, which will be joined by Judge and Dinosaurs, starting in around about 13 hours. Quite luckily for me, you will be, starting in about 12 hours, you'll have RLO Triple X number 30, and, well, something to look forward to.
Absolutely. So for those that are interested, I've thrown up the brackets just to see the teams that came through. So that's Precision right there at the head of the grand final waiting to go through. And the lower bracket, I've not got a complete updated one of them, but you can just imagine Irish wristwatch down there. They moved up into the final red spot on the far right in that bottom right corner to take her on to the grand final, and they certainly did a fantastic job.
Very well played to both of these teams, and I suppose I'd quite like to be flown out to the next RFLAN if we can get some people onto that. I know it'll cost an absolute fortune, but I am Nutters, just putting it out there.
Yep.
Just putting that one out there, but otherwise, I actually have to say a huge thank you to yourself, Rankies, for actually dedicating your time. As you said, you started at 4:30. It's now, what, at least half past midnight?
Yep.
Exactly. It's 12:43. You've been going for 8.5 hours yourself. So just a huge thank you for sticking around and doing this on behalf of Aussie Gaming TV at RFLAN, just doing all of this amazing work. Just a huge thank you.
It's my pleasure, Nutters. This is the fourth event in a row, so it marks exactly a year of RFLAN for me, and it's the second event in a row casting, and it's very much the same. Last event was about anywhere between 8 to 10 hours. I think it was closer to 8, but there were massive delays in there, so it could have worked out to 10. It's just a huge passion of mine to be able to keep coming back to these sort of events and continue to provide what entertainment I can to the community. Apparently they're enjoying it, considering I got voted RLO Community Caster of the Year. So it's great to have the support from the all the guys in the Twitch chat as well. It's amazing that not only do we have the time to be able to put in the effort to see this, but someone actually wants to watch it. In fact, quite a few people.
Almost definitely, and I'll leave you to close this one out. You do have the buttons that sort of stop the streamers and all that sort of stuff, so it's been a pleasure to join you, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you shortly.
Absolutely. So we are going to close out the stream right now, ladies and gentlemen, and with that being said, I'll mute the team speak so that we don't have any strange noises from Nutters House come through, of course. Thank you very much for joining me at RFLAN number 56 for the Rocket League tournament, especially if you were here for the grand finals. Huge shout out to you. Once again, my name is Rankies. I'm a Rocket League caster for Aussie Gaming TV. You can check us both out on Twitter. I am at Rankies, RENKYZ. And please go check out Aussie Gaming TV on Twitter as well. That's at Aussie Gaming TV. Nutters, my co-caster. I don't believe it's updated in the cast command in the Twitch chat, but that is at Nutters, his name in Twitch. So massive shout out to him. Thank you very much to come along and be able to cast the final stages with me. So it's been a huge honor that all of you would be keen to watch. And I think with all that being said, I'll bid you goodbye, and I will see you at the next RFLAN in 3 months' time.